on the shield of the Americas?
Yeah, I seen it. For you know, one of the things I noticed, TT, is that there were no black leaders at that event. But I'm pro-black, so it don't mind me. But you got all the Caribbean countries; they didn't have nothing there. Only the Latinos and that.
So my question is, that is that Christy Dobbs' new job? Because then she become like the shield of America and da 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 da, which I thought was made up until I guess now. So we're interested in her with that job now.
And did you see that Trump said he's not there to learn y'all language? He said I will not learn Spanish. Did you see that, Tito?
No, I didn't. But nothing surprises me.
He said, I ain't here to learn your language.
Yeah. He said, I ain't here to learn your language. That was crazy.
Let me see if I can find it.
They predicting gas prices to hit $4 by the end of the week.
I wonder what the cap is. Like I've seen some people say 150 a barrel. Brent crude. I don't know what that quite equates to in gas prices. That's probably not good, but next week is one thing, but if this conflict goes for a month, where will gas prices be?
Yeah, I'm at 350.
All the joyrides in the summertime.
I'm at 350 Brooklyn over here in PA. 355.
It's $3.49. Every day go up like 20 cents. Right, staycation it is.
Oh, shoot, I didn't find my ticket to come home yet.
You coming home, Clea?
In the summer, I normally come home, but I didn't buy my ticket.
Airplane prices gonna be high as hell. They gonna be.
Yeah, you gotta buy your ticket now. Yeah, that's what I was just thinking when y'all were talking about it. I was like, oh, I need to get on that. Because I don't think about gas because I ride my bicycle everywhere and walk. Sometimes I'll take the train, but the train is super cheap, and then I'll change that price quickly. So now I'm listening. I'm like, oh, shoot. I gotta get home.
Hey guys, I just heard the job numbers were revised. I put it in the chat. Job growth for 2025 was drastically revised, down by over 1 million. Y'all know that's not even a revision. That's just some badass data that was put out. And so, yeah, the U.S. job growth for 2025 was drastically revised down by over 1 million, making it the weakest year for hiring since 2020. So that coupled with this crisis that's going on, the markets are going to go ballistic probably on Monday when they open. I don't know when this revision was announced, but it just came across my my news feed. That's substantial. That's substantial.
I mean, if you think about
1 million.
If you think about it, we're still pretty well over our inflation mark of 2%. the labor market seems like it's weakening, and we just caused a global economic crisis. So it's just adding multiple things on top of each other.
Absolutely. I'm looking at a chart here. Annual job revisions, like that's a substantial quote. I'm gonna just say revision. And again, we can't rely on the consistency of these indicators like we used to be able to, because all the damn departments and checks and balances have been eliminated. But that is substantial. I think it's been revised down by 900. That is very substantial. That's a significant number. A million. We're going to see how the market reacts to this.
What are Trumpers saying about all of this?
Million is crazy. I don't know. I don't think they even processed this yet. They're busy. I saw them getting on Air Force One talking about how they want to annihilate Iran, so on and so forth. But it was Hessick, Trump, and I forgot the other little guy. But yeah, it's bomb, destroy. We're gonna kill. We're gonna annihilate. Like, I don't know about you guys, right? I mean, war is war, and I know we want to, nations want to take a strong stand, but like the way these guys speak about it is as if they will use this rhetoric until like nuclear proliferation, with this macho chest beating and all that shit. That to me is very dangerous. Yeah, but so they haven't commented on these numbers that were just reported. They're probably going to come out on Monday with some clever statement to soften the fact that 1 million jobs, that's a lot. 1 million, guys. Not a couple of thousand. It's not 20. It's 1 million. 1 million is extremely substantial.
It'll be all right.
Should be all right.
Omar, I found the clip.
All right.
Oh, okay, you found it? Okay. Rambo, stop scaring us, Rambo.
What about you? It'll be okay. Everything's okay.
Nothing to see. You about to play the clip. Hold on, you about to play the clip.
Okay, I'm in music mode, so give me 1 second to go back over.
Countries at some point. Marco loves going to your countries. He's always at one of these countries. He likes your countries the best, okay? He's got a language advantage over me, because I'm not learning your damn language. I don't have time. I was okay with languages, but I'm not going to spend time learning your language that much. I want to. Just give me a good interpreter. Interpreter, very important. And I know if somebody's good. I may not speak the language, but I know I had an interpreter recently that wasn't good, talking to a very strong person from a different part of the world. When you go, when I give a long, flowing, beautiful sentence, and in this case it was a woman, and she gave it in about 1/4 the time, I said, well, their language may be efficient, but it's not that efficient. I'd love to get...
Okay, that is the clip.
The ignorance is crazy.
And she was probably trying to clean up what he said. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And he probably said something ignorant that doesn't translate well either.
How do I say this so I don't upset the other person I'm speaking with?
And what confused me was when he said, even though he doesn't speak the language, he knows when the interpreter is not good. Like, sir, do you got the Apple AirPods with translation in your ear? Like, how do you know?
He said because she cut off 1/4 of what he said. That's what he said.
I'm with Trump on this one. Translate directly. I hate to make it nice translators. So say what they said.
Yeah, but he still don't know what she did.
He said.
But I'm not gonna lie. Like, if somebody's, what they say is not matching in any way, shape, or form the length, right? Because I had somebody interpret a parent-teacher conference for me once, and it didn't. Whatever the mom said and what he said in English did not match the length of what the mom said. I said, no, what she actually
Please
said.
stop. Please stop. Just listen. Please listen. Please stop. Please stop.
Hey Rambo, you know another language, Rambo?
I know poquito.
Oh, come on, Rambo. Come on, muchacho. Come on, dime, muchacho. Come on, muchacho.
Who's that? No more letters from truant officers, no more letters from school. In fact, no more letters from Marshall, you got a hot mic. A week my mother had to go to the post office and complain.
Ain't that man?
I'm gonna go back to school after that. Bunch of allegiance to the flag and simply good government vote. But yeah, I'm with Trump on this one. Translate directly, don't clean up nothing.
Like TT, why didn't he have like cause I seen he had Trinidad there. Why didn't he have like Jamaica there, or even maybe Haiti or Bahamas? Maybe some of the small islands, Antigua. You know, what you think about that alliance he had there, TT?
You know what? I'm not quite sure, but I did see an article that stated he was planning to use military forces to go after the cartels, and he was requiring the people who were joining his alliance of the Americas to provide information related to the cartels. So he has a lot of pans in the fire.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And he actually, so maybe the other places were too small. The only way to defeat these enemies is by unleashing the power of our militaries, Trump said. We have to use our military. You have to use your military, citing the US-led coalition that confronted, okay, let me go down.
You confronted El Mencho.
They had his funeral the other day. Apparently his daughter is also on the most wanted list. And she attended the funeral and nobody apprehended her. That was interesting.
She run the business, or is she a sicaria?
I'm not quite sure. I know that her mother actually went to prison for quite some time because she was actually a part of the business. She actually helped El Mencho gain his status through her. And I know they're looking for the son, so it's not surprising that the daughter would be involved if the mom, dad, and brother are all in the organization.
Y'all think they gonna come back from Iran telling us they fought for our freedom like they did with Iraq?
Huh?
Yeah.
what you just said?
I said, do y'all think they're gonna come back from Iran telling us they fought for our freedom like they did with Iraq?
What made you ask that question?
Curiosity.
I mean, I'm not sure. You might need to ask somebody that's in the military. Wait a minute, what?
It's real. It's real. Extraordinary artifacts we find at Ecuador and now beyond Ecuador. And we look at the sites. They tell us that we have a history that we're only beginning to understand. My attention. I may never again have power over another human being. My students too. Graph Jason played a shark, a giant dog, rather than dinosaur. The shark would always win.
Hello, people.
Hello.
I got like a 30-minute break, Lord. What was that question he was asking? Where's the contact?
Are the moths all gone?
No, we're here.
You're the content, Hurricane. You're the content. Hurricane be killing me. You're the content, Hurricane. I'm not the content, sorry. The way he asked it was funny. Hi, MJ. You decided to leave the miserable millennials or whatever they are to come hang out with us. Yeah, I'm chilling with Gen X today. Hey, Rambo. You hear in that room what they said about you, Rambo? Why you starting shit on my? Why you starting shit on my? Hey, Rambo, come off mute, Rambo. Yo, these niggas in high school come up to you with that shit, man. Nah, I'm good. What's the fifth period? Yeah, what they said about you in fifth period? They said this. Miss Cleo.
What's up?
Why haven't you done a travel room in a while?
Last week I did. The timing is harder. It doesn't work for the people in the U.S. It works for me. So trying to find a time that works for the U.S. and me has been difficult.
Fuck these U.S. people. They're not traveling.
Yeah, but they're the ones who like coming to the room to ask questions.
That's true. Y'all think Trump gonna leave in 2028?
He's a person that's drunk from power, and he's not ready to, he's not ready to give up that high from power. Yeah.
I'm concerned because he's governing like somebody that doesn't need to worry about winning elections, you know? Like, he's like cooking the Republican Party as if he doesn't have to worry about them ever winning again. Like, man, it's just going like, the gas prices go up, they go up. Fuck y'all gonna do about it? That's the plan with gas prices with Americans. That's a motherfucker that's not worried about re-electability. So I don't think he planning on leaving.
Why is everybody so quiet?
Y'all always do this silent shit. Y'all supposed to be entertaining me and shit.
If Rambo won't come off mute. What's up, Rambo?
Yeah, it's time to ramble, I guess. Why might it
seems like Trump is going to war with everybody. He's talking about using military force on the cartels throughout Latin America. didn't know if y'all talked about that already.
They just wilding out here. They going around the globe wilding out, man. They taking the power. This is crazy.
Hey, Rambo, is that true what they said, Rambo?
I'm not entertaining what you talking
Oh, okay,
about.
all right, cool.
No disrespect. Yeah. Another day we could.
All right, well, you wanted to do another? Hey, put it in the article. I put the article in the chat.
What are you trying to say with the Rambo?
I don't know. Omar's in that mood, I guess.
No, Rambo called me out in the other room. Yeah, called me out in the chat.
What I did, I ain't do nothing to you.
I was in the room. He definitely said that shit on my house.
No, I'm fucking with you. Yeah, he definitely did you. I'm fucking with you, Rambo. I'm fucking with you.
I know. I love art, by the way. I love art.
Hey, Rambo, I seen you on that. Listen, you popped up in my algorithm, right?
In this context, since y'all want to talk about that other fucking room, tell us.
Oh, no, Brooklyn. I did see Rambo in my algorithm, right? You look, hey, Ram, I ain't gonna hold you, man. You did good in that documentary, man, showing old Brooklyn. That was dope.
Thanks, man.
I said, hold on, I know this guy right here, right? And I heard your voice, and I looked. I said, yo, that's Rambo from our clubhouse.
That's funny. Yeah,
I was shocked, man. Yeah, I was like, wow.
We're just waiting for that book and that documentary and all that to drop. That was the sizzler for what we're working on. Been working on that shit for a minute. So.
Yeah, you articulated yourself well, man. You Clubhouse really, I can tell. I was like, yeah, he using this. I can see where he got that little style from. I like that. Yeah.
I always been that way. Clubhouse ain't really like Clubhouse for me is different. Like like I said, some dudes are really good at this Clubhouse. That ain't my steez, but come on here and do what I do. This, I stay in my lane on Clubhouse. So this ain't mine. I'm more like a Substack guy or in real life guy. Yeah.
What does good on Clubhouse look like? Like, what does that mean?
It means certain personalities really can thrive on Clubhouse. They have a way to, they animated, they articulate in a way that they can, get traction for what they're saying. That's all.
You're in the top 0.5%. Like,
thank you. Who's that talking? That's perfect.
No, that's Miss Cleo.
Oh, what up, Miss Cleo? Nah, I mean,
I'm a tether, so.
Nah, I just stay in my lane. Believe me, like I think a lot of what I say in my life, it makes sense to people like years later. It's like after the fact, it's like, oh shit, like that's what happens. Like a lot of things that are said, they may not be understood now, but as things unfold, it's like, oh, now I get it. That's pretty much
I guess I get confused because you said on Clubhouse. In Clubhouse, you're in the top 0.5%, and in real life, you said the same thing happened. So I'm a little confused.
Don't be confused, but I just think on Clubhouse is for certain people that have certain personalities. I do think they stand out. Some people are very talented at what they do. They got a nice little lane, and I just enjoy those people. But yeah. That's what I'm saying. Some people good at Clubhouse. That's all.
Does Clubhouse translate to real life success ever? Like, has it? I'm curious.
Yeah, I don't think so. Yeah. I've done some business. I've helped some people. I've definitely helped a lot of people. I'll say that. I definitely have had some good impact on people. Like, we take it offline. I help people set up their portfolio, shit like that.
No, you can do a little businesses, but I'm saying does like being popular or successful on Clubhouse for the most part translate to somebody doing well off Clubhouse?
Definitely not. Absolutely not. Yeah, absolutely not. Yeah. I mean, it depends. Did you have success before you came on Clubhouse? I don't know. Maybe we got to come up with a formula.
I make a love of my life on Clubhouse. So.
The easiest formula I've seen is to kind of look at the digital. Like everybody, this is social media. So if you are in the digital space and in social media or whatever it may be, YouTube, whatever format you use or form you use, like you're going to have some form of a digital footprint outside of Clubhouse that indicates whether you had an impact on.
I agree. I wholeheartedly
being on Clubhouse.
Wholeheartedly agree. Yeah, and some people good on YouTube, some people good on IG, some people on TikTok. It's annoying.
Some people on TikTok. TikTok is a big
people rocking on TikTok. Like for me, I like Substack, IG, Facebook is like for people you grew up with, but I'm not trying to keep it.
Nah, Facebook is bigger than that. I got a couple groups on Facebook.
For some people. I'm about
to say it depends on how you utilize it. That's a real good marketplace. There's a lot of people.
Hey, Gemini, can we agree that Clubhouse is like at the bottom tier?
Oh, it's the bottom.
Yeah.
Put it like this. With all my other platforms, I will never admit to any other my platforms that I'm on Clubhouse. I will never cross market.
Right.
Like I will never bring my people from IG or from YouTube or from TikTok over to fucking Clubhouse. Are you fucking kidding me? If they say I think I heard you on there, I lied to them. Like, nah, that's somebody that sound like me. Like, nah. That's why I literally changed my bio. He said, oh, that shit my bio. My bio now says shut the fuck up and has a finger. Like I don't want to tell people where the fucking like fuck.
But Gemini, with all that being said, I think Clubhouse has us addicted though in a certain way. I think we're addicted.
It's extremely addictive.
I think it's addictive.
Yeah, no question about it. Yeah, I'm not pushing back on that.
It's part of our day, I have a pretty productive life, right? But something about Clubhouse, it's like background music. It's always, because you could get on here and just engage with people immediately. Because sometimes when you're focused the way you're focused, it's pretty isolating. Like this is, I'm not lonely, but like when you're working on projects and dealing with shit, it can get pretty lonely because you got to really focus and hone in on what you're doing. So it's a good backdrop, for me at least, for me.
I look at Clubhouse like interactive talk radio. And a lot of people will get mad, like, well, you're on Clubhouse, but you're not taking my calls. So, like, for me, like with Clubhouse, I don't have to talk when I don't want to talk. I could just work, and then I can interject whenever I feel like. Whereas if you're on a phone call, y'all sit there for that moment without either one of y'all saying something, then that gets awkward, right? But on Clubhouse, there's going to be other voices, other thought patterns that are being interjected at the time. So for me, it's interactive talk radio where we semi-host, but a lot of times are the audience, if that makes sense.
And some people I look forward to meeting in real life. Like right now, I'm not.
Who would you want to meet, Rambo? Who would you want to meet?
Who I vibe with? Probably. Let me see. Who I would really fuck with in real life? Quite a few people.
Hey Rambo, I ain't gonna lie. It's a couple people on Clubhouse. If I had my boxing gloves, we definitely gonna box it out. I'll be honest with you, Rambo.
It's a couple of those.
I would definitely bring my boxing gloves.
If we met at a random formal event, I'm coming out the suit and whooping your
Gemini, I ain't gonna hold you.
I'm a street guy. I don't do that, like that whole.
Nah, you gotta bring the good old Rambo.
No, ain't nothing wrong with the boxing. There ain't nothing wrong with the boxing, Rambo. I'm boxing Tuesdays and Thursdays regardless, so it might as well be somebody I don't like. So.
I'm not a tough guy.
No, but Rambo, you gotta bring the gloves out, bro.
I used to do PAL, but what I'm saying is, like, I could swing these paws very well. So that's why, people, they see the nice side of, like, they see a side of me that, it is what it is. But, like, in real life, let me see who I fuck with. I definitely will fuck with my manager. I would fuck with him. Dan, of course. I would love to be at a lecture, some shit with Dan, like in certain circles. I don't really know. Cause listen, it ain't even personal. It ain't even personal. It's just like certain things, I don't make it personal. Like when I see people have certain talent and gifts, I can respect that shit. Even though you may be annoying and all that, it's no hate. It's annoying, but I respect talent. Trust me, I respect talent. I ain't gonna front that sucker shit. It's probably fuck with Mimi. Let me see, Tiana's a sweetheart. Yeah.
Brooklyn, you got no hands. You got no fucking hands.
There's a couple people I box.
I don't care what if I got hands.
Brooklyn don't got no hands.
I got a car. I can find the bottles.
Brooklyn got my respect. That day that girl called her fat, Brooklyn got my respect.
Let me see if I got. Hold on, Rambo. Let me see if I got somebody in the goo. Let me see if I got somebody in the goo I box. Let me see. Let me look at the goo. Let me see if anybody I boxing.
I'm boxing Man Infinity. I want to knock his ass out. Ain't no lie. Like I want to knock out Man Infinity. Thug Bully. He gonna get his ass beat if we ever cross paths in real life. I'm definitely
10-1. Man Infinity gets knocked out by Gemini. I got odds on that.
Hey yo, low key. You know who I want to box?
I'll put money on that.
You know who I want to box? Low key. I want to box Alonzo, man. Bring somebody ping Alonzo. I want to box him, man.
I want to fight Alonzo.
I would straight box Alonzo. Yeah.
But then I also want to fight you too. So there's that.
You know what, Brooklyn? I don't want to fight you though. That's
I
crazy.
just wanted to say I support Gemini's moves.
I'll beat your ass.
So Tatiana, you give 10 to 1. Gemini's knocking Infinity out. First round, second round, third round.
I'm gonna put my points on Gemini. I don't think a lot.
Third round.
He's not making it to a fucking third round.
I think that's a two-piece. I think that's a.
Hey, Rambo, you know who else I box, Rambo? Rambo, you know who else I box? I just looked in the glue. That nigga Quinn. I will box that motherfucker. I'm gonna knock Quinn ass out, man.
I personally like.
I would knock that Jerry Curl wearing motherfucker out.
I put my money on Quinn on that. I'm gonna put my money on.
No, I would knock Quinn out, man. Set it up, Gemini. Set it up. You get a commission fee.
I'm putting my money on Quinn. Nothing on Quinn.
Some people never really been in no brawl. Like some people really never ever really been about a thing. Like so. You know, cause and I could tell. That's all I'm gonna say.
Hey Rambo, I'm gonna tell you like this, Rambo. So I grew up as a PK, right? And because of that, I had to fight because I grew up in the hood, bro. And my dad's church, they didn't believe in shorts, jewelry. They didn't believe in like even tank tops. So I was that oddball kid that had on pants in the summertime. So people would talk shit. And because they would talk shit, I would whoop their ass, and I would get in trouble for whooping their ass, right? So I got very used to fighting. And then my dad had the brilliant idea, because I was awkward in my own body, I was like clumsy. So he decided to put me into judo. But the only place to take judo was at the JDC, at the Juvenile Detention Center. So I'm literally fighting inmates. I'm learning, I don't know where the fuck he got this bright idea. I was learning fighting inmates. Like I would go there just to work out and then leave. Like I wasn't in trouble. I was just going there for judo classes. So
I studied.
So by the time I got to, real quick, so by the time I got to my 19th, man, I was whooping motherfucking ass. My dad had to leave work more than a couple times for me beating people's ass because they would pick on me, then I would whoop their ass. Then I get in trouble.
You know
You sound real angry. You work out those anger issues.
I want
with
to
God
fight you
or
too
therapist?
because you be giving us information about yourself that we didn't ask for. And then you be talking about, because I'm like this. You be giving us information we ain't asked for in the first place. And then you be being violent when you talk to us. So I think I will fight you too, even though I think it's cool.
I'm not gonna fight a woman, so you got it. I'm not gonna fight a woman. I'm not fighting a woman.
I'm not doing that.
I'm not fighting a woman. That's a lose-lose. Even if you win, you
I'm not doing that.
Some of these dudes will fight women.
I'm out. I'm not doing that. I'm not fighting a woman.
Yeah, like
Get my stuff.
I don't even argue with
You don't have to mop me up. I'm just going to wrap you up so you can't swing. I'm not fighting a woman.
I like snatch you up and hold you and all that, but I don't even argue with women, man. Like if you're not my woman and I don't know you, bro, I'm not arguing with you.
Brooklyn, please send me a ping.
I'm trying to see who else in the goo I box. I'm trying to see.
You're not cutting people off because you ain't boxing nobody.
Somebody say that.
You're not boxing nobody. It's the one who's always talking about what they gonna do, ain't doing shit.
Hey, Lisa, I'm telling you, man.
I don't fight.
I have to see that. I grew up with brothers, and y'all be talking more shit. So the ones who talk the loudest and the most not doing shit. It's the quiet ones that I watch out for.
Yeah, that was back in the day, though. That was back in the day, Lisa.
I would say that's generally true. I would give her that.
Day. It's the same.
Oh, it ain't the same no more.
Changed. And like you niggas changed. What's changed? You evolved. Yeah, right. That's what I'm talking about.
What's changed?
Yeah, when you raised by OGs, when you're a shorty and you OGs, they tell you to always, stay ready so you don't have to get ready. So you working out, you practicing your hand skills, and that's it. But you don't want to go around fighting. I don't want to fight nobody, man. Man, I broke my knuckle twice fighting. I don't want no injuries and all that shit.
I'm just saying, Rambo, if it was somebody on these apps, if we had a meetup or something, we definitely boxing. That's all I'm saying.
Some people I would knock the fuck out. Like, be clear. Some people, I would just literally, I would violate them. I promise you. I would literally take their fucking heart and rip it out. I really would.
What is that?
You always have violence.
I'm ripping out their heart. What's going on?
For real. But you know, we're on the
Name
app,
names,
so.
Rambo. Name names.
Nah,
We want you to rip their heart. I don't just know who's gonna bring that kind of violence out of you.
Did you say so docile?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Hey, if I see Lonzo, we box at least. I'm telling you.
I
I see Lonzo, you gonna box?
That's why I'm so docile.
You know what? I think that's what we're missing today, though. A good, clean fisticuffs. There's nothing wrong with a good, clean fisticuffs.
Yeah. Because people talk differently in real life. I promise you that.
Now that, y'all, if anybody denies that, like, one thing y'all know, everybody on this app knows, they're not going to say half the shit they see on this app to nobody.
They're not gonna
They're not
I've seen people
That's
in real
not
life.
going to happen.
I've seen people in real life, right? I see people in real life. That's all I could say. And they've been around me, and we good after that. So that's all I could think. So, shout out to the kings out there, because real dudes, like we never beat, like certain kings never beat, because chances are, for me, if I got a conflict with a dude, like we'll look at each other and we'll be like, you know what? Chances are we know the same people. Like it's like we family, ain't it? You know what I'm saying? It's only dudes that just suckers and poop putts. Them the dudes that get the physical them dudes. But like real dudes, yeah, man, you can look at each other and know what it is.
Hey, Rambo, who would you want to have a nice little cold beer with, Rambo, on the app?
I just said, I don't drink beer, just Guinness. Let me see. I don't know, a couple of dudes. I mean, I got my guys, they know who they are. Like, you know what I'm saying? A couple of dudes I rock. Algebra. Algebra, that dude, that's a smart cat, man. Like,
I think Van would be a nice vibe with a nice cold beer.
I'll fuck with Van.
Van got his ass out of here. Look at him.
Nah, Van got out of here.
Van's getting it again on y'all. Van keeps skating every time somebody says that.
I ain't fucking with you Negroes. But it would be interesting. But I'm cool with some cats, y'all. Got a lot of my bros on here I fuck with, to be honest with you.
I'll ride in your Uber. I'll let you give me a ride.
What up, me? Oh, me and Mimi would be a little mess. It would just be a mess. A fun mess, though. Trust me. Yep, we'd probably be trolling all night and all of that, so, but yeah.
Honestly, I would never meet nobody on here.
I don't know. Chances are I'll probably run into people on this app somewhere.
There's some good people off the app, though. Yeah, some good people.
I'll have a drink with Mimi. I don't care what she just said. I'll have a drink with Mimi.
I ain't paying her no mind. I ain't paying her no mind. Yep. Only thing you gotta do is don't ask her about no hair, right? Unless you're a paying client. You don't want to hear that shit. That's like, yo. Oh man, some cool cats on here.
Alright, new topic, niggas. What else?
Hey, we had to give some content.
Nah, Brooklyn earned my respect when that girl called her fat, and Brooklyn owned the shit out of it. She was like, yo, she flipped the whole shit on her. After that, I was like, I had to respect that.
Rambo, is it true that you're like 60 years old?
No, I'm actually 75. Like, don't tell nobody. I'm actually 75.
Nah, Rambo's smooth though, man. Rambo's smooth.
Do y'all realize motherfuckers will talk shit about your age? Yo, bro, man, I promise you this.
I'm not talking shit. I just want to make sure.
Not you.
Rambo from old Brooklyn.
I heard that you was older than all them old ass dudes in that room. I was like, dang, you older than them? I didn't know you was. I always thought you were young.
I've always been a mature person since I was a kid, but I don't know. People get caught up in age for some reason, but like, yo, we could go on that back. We could do some things. We could go play. We could go get active, and let's see what's up. So.
And then on this app is the only. I didn't know that men like to say their age. Only on this app, people don't like to say their age.
Because people put you in boxes and shit like that. That's why.
Yeah, that definitely put you in a box, Rambo.
Yeah. Now, yeah, and every older dude ain't no OG. Like, be clear, like every, you know what I'm saying? Like, every OG, that's a whole nother category. But
do you guys think this war gonna affect the Olympics?
The what?
That's a good question. question. Damn, you just got me ready to start thinking seriously.
No.
I ain't in the mood to think like this.
No, it's over there. We're over here.
Something happened though. Somebody said that they weren't coming. I saw that like last week.
She's talking about the Olympics in LA. That's coming to LA.
Some people may protest America's aggression.
But you know that FIFA
Some
coming
nations may
first.
protest.
Right, but somebody said
FIFA gonna be this year. I don't know how that's gonna work.
But that's one of the teams I'm talking about. One of the soccer teams. I have to go back and figure out who it was.
The World Cup gonna be whatever the fuck that shit is, people.
In Cali though.
It's gonna be all over the United States.
I thought it was only centralized in Cali.
It's all over. It's in multiple cities and in Mexico.
Actually, don't worry
I'm going to Mexico.
And that's this year. When that shit started?
Mother, are you good?
Look it up.
Yeah, I was tripping off that. Like, what's... Gemini, what are you gonna do with all them people?
That shit from
for the Olympics for Cali.
It's gonna be lit. Party. We gonna party.
No, you gonna do it all with people on Skid Row because that's just right across the street.
They moving about.
Have y'all been there? I mean, y'all ain't seen no shit till you go see Skid Row. I was like, what the fuck? I have seen homeless encampments. I thought the worst of the worst. But
out in California?
Damn. Well, Skid Row. I mean, going to the what do you call that district where you go and you're buying clothes and stuff, whatever?
The garment district?
Garment district, yeah. Fashion district. No, in California, it looks like a fucking war zone. It doesn't even look like we're in the United States of the Americas. I was like, what the fuck? They got the lean. It's like every other person is doing the lean, that drug lean, and it just piles and mountains of garbage and clothes and I was like, fuck, how is this going on here? How are they letting this shit happen? So, and then where they're gonna play is literally walking distance from that shit. So none of you clears, don't go down there and get lost. Because just 2 blocks over, you're gonna be in fucking hell. Just stay on the path, follow the fucking yellow brick road back to your hotel.
You know what they're gonna do? They're gonna turn that shit into like a. You know what they're gonna do? They're gonna turn that shit into like an art installation.
No, they're not.
They're gonna
clean it up because they did that to Atlanta. Yeah, I was about to say they gonna clean it up. They just started an initiative to clean up the homeless encampments here in Atlanta, and they started by Grady Hospital. It's like this real big one. The bridge by the hospital. And they got till today to clear it out. They started clearing their ass out, cleaning up everything. They're gonna get rid of them people.
They gonna need bulldozers. Y'all go on YouTube.
They're gonna use the bulldozer. They're gonna clean it up. They're gonna get the people out of there first.
Cali ain't Atlanta.
No, but the whole point, the concept gonna be the same though. Trust and believe.
I think they're gonna turn that shit into an art installation. I would turn that shit into an art installation.
With all that, but that's dangerous.
People in there, yeah. I get creative because they ain't gonna be able to move all them people at once.
You gonna make them like a part of it, like an art scene, the homeless people.
Shit. So you just heard the way Lisa broke that shit down?
Over here.
Yeah, they could make some money from being interviewed and all that.
Darkness. God, that's crazy. A man in feces, a man in pain. And some people gonna be taking that touristry too. It's like with their camera phones and shit.
This is so fucked up. I swear that's so fucked up.
Hey Lisa, I can tell you my good news I had yesterday.
No, okay. What happened?
My son got accepted to Drexel University. My high school
Wait,
senior.
the business school?
School of Engineering. Yeah,
Oh,
Drexel. Philadelphia,
congratulations. Look at you.
Congratulations.
Yeah, I'm excited. Yeah, I'm feeling good. Feeling good.
Dad?
His mother.
Proud dad?
Yeah.
Okay.
It takes a village. It takes a village.
So wait a minute. We're almost ready to go down to the school, though. School starts in... Okay, so he's graduating this May, right? Or no?
Yeah, he graduated this May. It's June. Yeah, June, actually. Yeah.
Okay, so y'all gonna be on campus, the tour, and the tour. Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah, I'm excited. Hey, listen, it felt like a weight was off my shoulder. I'm like, did he fill the application out right? You know, because he did the application. He did the application without me, right? Because I want to be involved in everything, right? He's like, I got it, Dad. I got it.
Now, start letting go.
So I was kind of proud of him. Yeah,
letting go.
Yeah, I was proud of him.
I did the same thing, filling out the applications and stuff, all involved and having them write and all that kind of shit like that, what was being presented, whatever. And as soon as school started and I went to call up there and discuss some shit, they're like, we can't talk to you. I said, what do you mean?
Yeah, they can't talk to us, Lisa, yeah.
No, you need to start letting go now because I lost my shit. I said, what are you talking about? You know, you paying all this money, you're being that parent, you're being supportive. But you lose them. Once they once they go into college, you can't call up there about shit. You got to get permission from the person that you raised, that you're paying the tuition for, that you wiping their tears. And I was like, what the fuck is going on here? So yeah, get ready, start letting go, pull back, exactly.
Pull back. Yo, it's interesting hearing Omar in parent mode. This is very interesting.
Yeah, Rambo, I'm pretty private on that. Like, I mean, I don't really talk about it a lot, but yeah. But yeah, I see what you're saying.
Good. So good.
Nigga, please, okay? Just please.
Okay, what you got going on?
He talk about he don't really talk, be private on the app. But he done said his son graduated and gone to Drexel about 20 times.
I'm happy about that. Yeah.
For you too, but for you to end it with a lie is ridiculous.
No, but I think I am pretty private on that. I'm really talking
you are far from the furthest from private on
I don't share Brooklyn. If you think about it, I really don't share. No, I do talk Brooklyn, but I don't share.
A lot of your own business. That's
no, but Brooklyn. Brooklyn. I don't share a lot of my personal life, bro. I think I keep that pretty private.
A lot of your business, you are not private. That niggas don't know what private
Brooklyn is something else.
If you were private, then I don't know. I'm the fucking CIA out this bitch. That's what the fuck I am. Because y'all niggas talk a lot. So all y'all damn business.
That's crazy.
But wait, what are you talking about, Roger? Omar never dated Monica.
Yeah, they just saying anything. He said anything.
They do. The chat be just going chatting. Oh my God, it's too funny.
But yeah, I was like second because he did the essay by himself. I was second guessing. I was like, I don't think this is, you should do this. He's like, nah, Dad, I'm cool. I got this.
He only applied in one.
Nah, he applied for Penn State, Temple.
Okay, all right.
We just
was that his first choice?
Drexel was like his first one or two. Yeah, one of his top choices.
Congratulations to getting your top choice off. So congratulations.
And guess what made his decision, Lisa? These kids are something else, right? So I said, well, why you want to go to Drexel, over maybe, let's say Temple or something like that, right? He said, well, I like Chick-fil-A, so Drexel got a Chick-fil-A. These kids something else.
Stop. These campuses, they're not like the old ones. They have Chick-fil-A's. They have, what are those ones that make the burritos?
They got Canes. They got
everything. Keep them damn kids on the campus instead of wandering the streets at night, So the first job that my boys ever had, they tried to work at Amazon before they went to college. That didn't work out too well because if they thought that was hard, I said, you guys got a rude awakening coming. So when they went to, there's this cookie thing called, God, I was about to say nocturial cookies. What are those cookies?
Insomnia.
Insomnia. I said nocturial.
Once you give me a word reference, I can get you there. I'll get you there.
Some fucking cookie place called Insomnia Cookies, and they're open, I think, till 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, and it'd be fucking busy. I was like, so, you know, they gonna be on campus, they gonna get exposed to so much shit and so many people and so many things. Just tell them to just embrace it, go in and enjoy it, because it goes by fast, and embrace it, you know? Just embrace it. So, yeah, I'm very happy to hear that. Because, you know, I'm definitely the one who's always pushing education for our kids and stuff like that. So I'm over here with a big grin. I'm happy for you, Omar.
Yeah. I just wanted to graduate and finish, you know. Yep, for sure.
That's your oldest? That's your oldest?
Yeah, that's my oldest, my firstborn, yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yep.
So let me tell you, man, when you look at your kid, when your kid get a little older, you look at them and you realize they're a whole adult person. Oh, wait till that shit hit you, bro. It's like, yeah, wait till that hit you. Wait till you go through that right there. It hit home, boy. It hit home.
Yeah, my daughter's a little 7th grader, yeah.
Oh, that's dope. That's a dope age, right? The 7th grader age? Man, it's a dope age. So you probably got, when she gets 17, no, when she get a little old, yeah, she gonna be, you're gonna lose a little bit, but she gonna come back around, you know. She's gonna come back around. Don't take it personal. Don't take it personal. She'll be back.
Yeah, them girls, man. Them girls, something else. She loves her daddy, though. Yeah, them girls, something. She loves volleyball.
I remember I used to take my daughter to dance, right? She was so freaking skinny, man. Like she was like, yo, man. Like I used to get the little leotards. It was this spot here in Manhattan, if y'all know, on 59th Street near Bloomingdale's. I forgot the name of it, but like when she was a little girl, that's where you go get all your professional gear at for dance school and whatnot. And it was like, damn, like none of them shits fit her. She was so skinny and petite and just, she was, man. She was really, really, I really enjoyed my daughter, man. She's so sweet. You know, you never know how your kid is gonna come out, but yeah, Abby was really, really sweet. And she was a daddy's girl. So, yeah.
You sound so sweet talking about your daughter.
I miss her. I only had to bark on her.
Dad.
I only had to bark on, like, really, like, when she was around 11, 12, and she was getting a little sassy. That's the only time I had to shake her up a little bit. Then after that, we was good. You know, they start feeling themselves and whatnot. So I'm like, oh, slow down, Kimosabi. So, but yeah, you got a daughter, you got a dope little daughter instead of a little freaking, I mean, like I said, we don't know how our kids is going to turn out. So I'm going to be full disclosure. So if you got a sweet kid, you know, yeah, you all right. I don't know. I think I was just lucky. That's it.
Yeah, they smart, man. They more like gamers, though. Both of them, I will say. Like, they're more gamer types. Like, my daughter loved the Switch. Like, you know what I mean? All the games on there, Roblox and all that type. So, you know, that keeps them occupied a little bit, you know.
So, Omar, with this and this, can I just ask, are your kids, your children, are they the type, I'm trying to figure out how to phrase this, because I had a knockout, drag out fight with Haitian about the kids that are now, our kids in this country, our kids in our community, but basically the country. I told them they're not war kids. You know, I can't even see my kids in being drafted. And he was saying, you can call him a coward or whatever, but I said I would airdrop my kids in British Columbia so fast it would make your head swim if they had a draft. What would you do? Would you promote, encourage, or for your kid to be a part of this war if the draft came about?
To be honest with you, my personal kid, no, I wouldn't.
Child, I'm glad I wasn't crazy.
I wouldn't. Yeah, because I know my kid. And I was like, nah, that war wouldn't be fun. Nah, for sure.
Yeah, and same with me.
Especially the front lines. Oh hell.
You said the front line.
That's where the black poor people end up. Front line.
Yeah, they be good on the video games. They be there talking shit and And I said, well, man, I know them well enough to know they would not. First of all, they wouldn't want to go, even though they have a family history of military service in our family, but they would never. So, yeah, I get all my money together. I hire me a pilot, get some parachutes, and let them just fly and jump into the what is that called? The Everglades? I don't know what. Go off the grid and live until this shit is over.
Especially like I will say this. I think because my daughter's like, she's about to turn 13, right? I think that generation will be more equipped because my son is more like a Gen Zer, and to me, it seems like Gen Zers, a good portion of them, their awareness isn't there like previous generations. Like their willingness to like maybe get new information and stuff like that. It's just different, and I don't know. I don't see like Gen Zers war type people. Like that's just my opinion though. But the generation after them may be a little bit more equipped though, Lisa.
I just don't want to rock with I just don't want to rock with no unjust wars. Like that's what pissed me off. Like now we gotta go for our country and it's whatever. But like for this dumb shit, fuck no. No. No.
Oh yeah, I agree with that, man. Nobody wants war.
Yeah, I like for our country, if somebody came to our borders, yeah, I'm gonna be out there.
Yeah, right. If they're
some dumb shit.
If they're just protecting the community or whatever, I could see that. I could see them, wanting to get involved or whatever. But you're right, but unjust wars, I really know them well enough because if you listen to them talking now, they don't want nothing to do with it. They don't want nothing to do with, the philosophies that are going around, the separation. Their friends are from Latin America, Jewish, just Asian. It's just the rainbow, and it's so natural for them that they move through that. Move through the cultures, and same for their friends. The third generation Asians that they know. I can't tell who's who. Not on the phone, not nowhere. Even in person, it's just really weird to see how they just all mesh together with the same ideas, the same vernacular. It's just really, just to me, I think it's a beautiful thing though. But these older ones, like the ones who were in here earlier, fuck them niggas. I cannot deal with that shit, all that talking, all that shit about, the separation and war and all this other. Pretty soon that stuff is going to be a really bad thought on this planet, that we were that dysfunctional and unevolved that we still are doing barbaric shit like we're doing right now, bombing each other, killing each other. You know what I'm saying? It's to me, I'm surprised we're not there in 2025. I'm just really surprised. And maybe I'm naive or maybe I'm not, but just the constant talk of war and hate that's still prevalent in this world, it's a sad thing.
say this though, Lisa, to Gen Z's credits, particularly like the younger ones, let's say like 24 and under, right? They don't fear a lot. Like far as like like the big lights, I don't think they're like afraid of death either. Because they may have seen, maybe classmates pass away or something like that. So I give them that kind of credit. Like their fear factor is pretty, they don't fear like previous generations. I can imagine losing like, someone I knew close to me in high school or something like that, That's what I get out of Gen Z. So if they were to go to war, I think they would be good on that level. I don't think they're scared of anything,
I think they're kind of numb to it,
Yeah, they numb. They are numb. Yeah, they are numb. Yeah.
They're kind of numb to it, death and things like that, because they see, especially in their own age group, I didn't have any friends who were murdered in my age group. And then, you got the school shootings, young people that go missing, who are violated, trafficked. They're savvy, first of all. But then you're right, they're not afraid of death or anything like that, but they're not into the bullshit, like, I don't even know how to explain it, because hanging around with them, it's just, I don't know, it takes me to a different place and makes me think that there's some hope. They care about the environment. They don't want to work their whole lives until they drop dead. I don't know. To me, they're not as materialistic. At least mine are not, as far as like, wanting to have bling shit all over. They've never been those kids. Never. They've always just more been, pretty laid back, easygoing, more interested in socializing. So I don't know. Maybe it's just where we come from, or I don't know.
I'm telling you, that generation of Alpha, they gonna be the ones, Lisa. They gonna be the ones that them 13 and unders. They soaking up all the games from Gen Z, all the mistakes millennials did, Gen X. They gonna be the ones, I'm telling you.
I don't know if we have any left, because these kids, I know they're not talking about stuff like marriage, having kids, none of that. They're looking at me sideways like, what? They trying to do all that? Where's everybody? This room is awful quiet.
No, I agree with you, Lisa. There's a level of detachment with them for sure. To the point where you wonder if they're living in the same reality that we're living in.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know. I wish I could get there though. You know what I'm saying? I'm kind of jealous of that at some level.
Yeah, me too. I was just talking to my mom, and I was talking about the fact that, and she agreed with me. I said, yeah, in many ways, I feel like working a 9 to 5, I'm still enslaved.
Yeah, I don't necessarily have. She said, "Oh, you don't have shackles, but you're still enslaved." I say, "You go, mom," because like our generations are significantly different. But she understood what I was saying without finishing my full thought. And I think sometimes with the generations that are coming, we're speaking the same language, but we don't necessarily communicate it the same way. Um, because it's like they when I have conversations with them, they understand what I'm saying, but it's just not applied in the same way. And so when they speak it, I'm like, I don't necessarily understand it. But then once I have an opportunity to really process it, digest it, I realize that there's a common thread that we all share. And one of the things that I found out quickly with my mom was that she was not one in favor of having to dedicate her entire life to a career. She felt it was a form of enslavement. And I feel the same. So guess what? We were able to bond over that. So, in some ways it's about, just finding a common thread.
Yeah, when they're coming out of college and whatever. I mean, their goals are definitely much different. Um, you know, they just want to. I don't know. It's like I'm not gonna work 12 hours. I hear it all the time. It's like I don't know why you work so much. It's like why you working 12 hours. It's like that's crazy. So I'm like, is it really crazy? Because I think I'm an achiever, maybe an overachiever, and I'm proud of the fact that I have that type of work ethic. They look at it as like, that's crazy. You need to be spending more time, doing things that make you happy. And I was like, well, huh?
But it's because those 12 hours, the net benefit is not benefiting the labor class anymore. Because we're in this late stage of capitalism where the wealth is so concentrated that it's not benefiting the average person anymore to work 12 hours a day. It's just not.
Lisa, is the reason you work 12 hours because there's less chance for the patient's condition to be lost?
Is it less chance for the patient's condition to be lost?
Yeah, like when you basically, because you're working longer hours with patients, that you'll have fewer gaps in information handing out.
If anything, I think it's a little bit more dangerous.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's a little bit more dangerous. You have to be, after the 8th hour, I really have to focus more. I know that I'm reaching a level to where my body and my mind is not as fresh and sharp as it was when I got there at 6 or 7 o'clock in the morning. So, but I was just thinking, I was speaking in the terms, is that a left of saying that, I wanted to show, you want to show your kids a level of work ethic, a level of stick to it, to them, of success, and they don't look at it like that. I'm just like, what? You know what I'm saying? But in patient care, though, yeah, that 12-hour, they did that not for patient safety. They did that because there was a shortage. And if you have less nurses, you work more. So that's how that came about. But I think that's going to change as time goes on, because the new healthcare professionals are not interested in long ass hours and then being on call and not getting any sleep or having any quality of life or family time. They're not interested in that.
I see.
Yeah, what I think I would have passed on to my kids, but it's hard to do that because they don't listen to me. The difference between capital wealth and labor wealth, because I always, no matter, even if it was like a contract I had or, like I had ownership and stuff, I would just like put so many hours into it. And I would also get contracts to earn more money, which is now reversed, right? Now it's like you want to lock in, the shares so you can really get money, So.
Yeah, you regret not spending that amount of time with your family.
Right. So you definitely balance work, life, leisure, whatever it is that makes you, full.
But that's what I was talking about, in that what are you sacrificing for? Like, we've been programmed to believe that all of our waking hour, our most productive time, is to be dedicated to someone else building wealth. Like, if you're working a 9 to 5, the majority of what you produce is going to a hierarchical system to become wealthy. It's not necessarily for you to become wealthy. Very few people who work a 9 to 5 become rich. It's not. Now, I can't say in other countries, but in America, it's not the way it's designed. It's just not. All you have to do is you can see the evidence of it.
What's the topic? You guys talking about a slight reset? I wasn't here.
No, I was talking to Lisa Van.
I can't get a reset.
We're flowing because everybody got tired of talking about I forgot what we were talking about before the law. Yeah.
The Grammys. We were talking about the Grammys. Yeah.
We were?
Yeah, that's what we were talking about, the Grammys.
Okay.
Yeah, I was talking to you, Lisa, because your point was very well taken. I mean, we have to figure out a way to resonate with the youth in a different perspective, because they're evolving. They're seeing that working 12 hours is not necessarily going to generate for them what it maybe have generated for their ancestors. What are we going to do?
Yeah, that's true. So we shall see. So I see it already in people who are already past that, past the age of, my kids. I've already seen what they're doing, and they come in and they're just not interested in doing that grind the way we started out. It's like, you know what I mean? They're just not interested in it whatsoever. They're the first ones out the door. It's like, maybe we should hang around and do this. Well, y'all have fun, and they gone. And they call us the old heads. The old heads are still there. And I was like, one day I said, I'm up out of here too, because this don't make no damn sense,
Dictate. Yeah, so I work with Japanese people, and it's crazy, right? One guy, he didn't see his wife. He only saw his wife once a year.
Yeah.
People slept underneath their desk. I couldn't do it. I wasn't gonna do it. I wasn't gonna commit like that. But still, you had to, really be there pretty much all the time.
Yeah, and she's right, making other people rich. That shit, if it was my own business, I'd be sleeping under the damn desk too.
Right, but you live with it. You know that. You just live with it, right? So you can hardly tell the difference whether you're working or you're sleeping.
Yeah. I don't know.
At least if you're working and it's yours, you're building generational wealth.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was listening to that guy that came in earlier. I don't know if he was trolling or whatever, talking about the
buying gold and so I was trying to listen to him. I was trying to listen to him and the digital currency that's coming because I do believe in that, and I was like, trying to hear what he was talking about because that's the future and that's where I think we're going. So I do want to be involved in that. I just don't know enough about it, and I don't really have the time to invest the actual time because I need to be doing something right now instead of being on Clubhouse. Because I can't multitask with, on Clubhouse like most people can because I'm doing a science stuff that I have to need to log off to be able to concentrate. But that was really interesting. I heard you. Was that you, the left, who spoke up and said something when he was talking?
No, but I do have something for you in that department.
Yeah, and I'm very interested in that because there was she doesn't come on the app anymore. Remember C and
Yeah, that's you see. That's you and C or
C, but it was C and believe it or not, Sweet. Do you remember that conversation they were having?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I haven't forgotten that conversation. Believe it or not, as Sweet was up on the information, I was just like stunned. I have not forgot that conversation, and I've been thinking about how to get involved in that ever since. So we can connect.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was just gonna tell you we can connect in the back channel and offline to talk about it because I don't want to bore people with it. And
no, this might not be boring. I just want to tell people about this before I leave, right? So you can flush your toilets for crypto.
What?
You can flush your toilets for crypto. They have a system called BV systems, and they got some other ones. And Bill Gates got one too in Africa, right? South Africa, where the toilet flushing creates a form of biogas, right? A method that's used for heating and cooking and stuff like that. So, and basically, even to make fertilizer. So they converted and rewarding the users from cryptocurrency, the G Gold. So there you go.
Well, what company?
So different companies. One is called BVI or BV. It's BVI. Yeah,
Okay.
BV. Yeah, that one's in South Korea, but Bill Gates got one in South Africa. And then there's some other ones, home biogas. Hey, you know what? Probably this is a system that you could white label. You can make your own business on top of it, on the structure, and sell these things. Flushing your toilet for crypto.
Wait.
We need to talk offline.
Yeah, because I'm like, can you explain how that operates?
Yeah, I would say probably the best thing would be just to type in BEEVI, type that in, and you might want to say toilet crypto, and you'll find out all about it.
Yeah, I'm familiar with the science behind it. Anaerobic digestion produces natural gas. That natural gas is stripped and used to produce energy through a turbine or a generator. So I understand the science behind it. But what I'm trying to understand is how this financial gain is created out of every time I flush my toilet.
So you're rewarded with crypto, right? So that's basically your value conversion.
This is on a different subject, but did you guys see that they diverted a plane from Fort Lauderdale to Atlanta that was traveling to Nashville because they thought there was a bomb on board, only to find out that the person was just speaking their native language?
What?
Yes.
Yeah.
So native language equals bomb on board? That's wild. Maybe they said something that sounded like it? I don't know.
Yeah, like literally they have pictures of the passengers on the plane. They were instructed to keep their head down and hands up. So like you just see rows and rows of people. Like I thought it was fake because I seen it on Reddit and I'm like, but I should have knew better. And then I Googled it and I'm like, oh wait, this is real.
Well, what could have happened is different languages, have words that sound like something but doesn't. Do you get what I mean? The meaning's completely different. I don't know if that could be, even then, that's a stretch. That is that is a stretch.
Oh, so they did remove a person from the plane. TMZ is also reporting it. I'm gonna put the link in the chat. So apparently, the cops rushed onto the plane with their guns drawn. So let me see if I can play this video if there's sound to it. It doesn't appear that there's any sound to the video, but if you go on the link that I just posted in the chat, you can see it in real time with everybody with their heads down and hands up.
So do you know why they arrested that person? Or
so let me try to read. Let me just try to read a little bit more into the article. But I've been seeing this and I'm like, what?
So I do have the information. It says the sources claim Albanese, he's the man who's 76-year-old. His name is Robert Albanese. He made the threat after becoming frustrated with not being able to find space in the overhead bins for his carry-on luggage. Details of the threat he made have not, however, been made public.
Wait, so what? So it wasn't him to like. I'm sorry, this is really.
Oh, we both said the same thing.
Wow.
And why would the plane take off if he was worried about the overhead luggage and not finding space? But then, and the attendants, the flight attendants, are well aware because they closed the bins and secure them. That if there was an issue with carry-on luggage and somebody being upset and not being able to find it a bin, then they asked you to check it. To check.
First of all, let me explain this to you, okay?
Okay.
The toilet was not involved. The toilet was not involved.
This time it was.
I just don't understand why they took off if it was a problem with
Did they say it was a threat he made because of that? The overhead issue? That's what I heard. Did he make some sort of threat?
But I'm just saying, if there's an irate passenger, we fly enough to know.
Yeah, but especially if it's a threat.
Right, and you, especially if it's about not finding a spot for your carry-on luggage, that's when the flight attendants get involved. Because they tell me all the time, take your puffer jacket out of the overhead so we can put more bags up there. And I'm like, okay, they go and they check them and they close them. They make the last close. So if you got somebody who's upset at that point before you take off, irate about not having any place to put his luggage, was he mad because they had to check it and put it under the plane? But they still took off with an irate passenger.
I don't see that in the article that I'm looking at from Yahoo News, but they said that the passengers, some were crying on the plane. They were yelling on the overhead to, of course, put their hair down, hands up. But it remains unclear exactly what the passenger in question did or said to trigger the security response. Officials have not confirmed if any dangerous items were actually found on the aircraft. And additionally, the current status of the detained passenger and whether they face charges has not been released by the Atlanta Police Department. But
all this happened mid-air?
So to me, it would make more sense that it happened mid-air.
Yeah, if they diverted the plane, that would only make sense.
That would, yeah.
So it looked like the plane was on the ground, maybe, because they're saying if the aircraft door was closed, the plane would be considered in flight, right? But if, however, the cabin door was still open, you would more likely be charged with 18 USC 35 bomb hooks. So it's false threats aboard aircraft if the aircraft door is closed. And if the cabin door is still open, it's the bomb hooks charge.
Well, the plane was supposed to be going from Fort Lauderdale to Nashville. They diverted to Atlanta. So they had to be in the air when this happened.
Why would they be futzing with freaking carry-ons in midair, though?
That's what I just said. That's a situation that's solved before you even taxi, before you push back.
So I'm reading that.
Piece is missing here.
I'm reading that. There's something missing. It was meant to depart Fort Lauderdale to Hollywood Airport from gate F5 at 9:18, but was delayed by over 3 hours, eventually taking off. Eventually taking off at 1:16. Once the all clear had been given. So that's when they actually took off from where is this? Yeah, Fort Lauderdale, Hollywood Airport. So it looked like it was on the ground.
Yeah, but the ambiguity is that it's talking about it stemming from a dude tripping over a carry-on situation, but you get that shit locked down before you take off.
And they're both
They've been delayed 3 hours. That shit should have been locked down, right? So why would that be futzed with in the middle of the flight? That's where the confusion is.
Yeah, I don't think it took off, right? So he was still trying to find a place to put his luggage on. Then he started, how did he call? Did he just use a cell phone? He just called?
Well, I left though also, if that was the case and they were having an issue, why the fuck would they take off?
I don't think they did.
May I speak as any?
Unless they took off because
They diverted the flight.
the plane started in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, and got diverted to Atlanta. They were in the air, so they had to land. They landed, and everybody had to have their head down, hands up. And then from that point, the police stormed the plane. All the while, people are climbing on the plane. Then they extract the gentleman, and then they get the other people to where they needed to go.
It was definitely mid-flight. I looked at this more up to something that came up earlier. It was definitely mid-flight.
May I speak as an Iranian in this room?
Hold on for a second, and they're also saying it's possibly a security matter. So, yeah, it wasn't while they were grounded. So you're right. It was definitely mid-air panic as Southwest flight diverted to Atlanta due to security threat.
So you're looking at the People article?
No, I'm looking at, I saw one that's on Daily Mail. Look at this, there's a few of them. Mid-air panic at Southwest flight diverted to Atlanta due to security threat amid Iran terror fears. What a title. It's clickbait. Possible security matter, they're saying. But it was definitely mid-air.
May I speak as an Iranian?
Well, if we were talking about Iran, then you would be able to tell if we're not. So,
about the
chill.
I have an Iranian headache. We've been talking about it like since 7 o'clock in the morning, I think.
Right. So these are different cases now. Right.
It would have to be, I would think, because one of them's talking about a carry-on situation, the other one's not giving a situation, just that there was a threat. So
this article that I'm trying to read has no date on it, and looks like the one that looks correct is the Southwest Airlines flight, right?
And that's the one that I'm talking about, is the Southwest Airlines flight.
Yep.
Yeah.
Different flights. Yep. This one happened in the air.
Is it the leftist communist room or interface room as in Iranian?
Hold on for a second. Hold on. Okay, hold on. Tiandra. So do I say your name right? Am I saying it wrong? I feel like I'm mispronouncing your name.
Tiandria, but you can call me TT too.
Tiandria. Okay, so I actually your name. Hold on for a second. Yeah, what you're saying, it's the Southwest mid-air. And they're not so... Look at this. So what's happening is there's so much mixed news, because one side of it is saying that there's a video from the same flight, said that agents are responding to a bomb threat, and other end they're saying some sort of security. Yeah, we won't know. I think there's a lot of... Right here, 4 hours ago, no credible threat was found, no charges will be filed, and the person will not be identified?
Yeah.
Yeah, because remember originally I said he was speaking his native tongue?
Yeah.
And yeah, this...
What was his native tongue?
That I do not know.
Farsi? Yeah. If it was Iranian, it would be Persian or Farsi.
It's Farsi. Farsi language.
That's what I said.
Yeah, no, Persian isn't the same. But it could be anything. If people really know what it sounds like, it could be Persian, it could be... It could be Farsi, it could be Arabic.
No. That's what my point was, is over 60% of the population speaks Farsi or Persian?
Reports indicate the man was speaking his native language, which was misinterpreted as a threat. Other reports suggest he may have been setting a phone alarm for prayer. Jesus.
Wow.
Just, Persian isn't a language.
Like touchy as hell, right?
It is.
No. When you say Persian, there's three dialects. There's Farsi, Dari, and Tajik. And Farsi
No,
is
I know Farsi is how we describe it, but historically,
Persian and Farsi.
It was called Persian. Oh no, ancient times it was called Persian.
Okay.
Good. That's all I'm saying. I'm not debating with you.
Cool. All right, so we off with that. Next.
Okay, moderator, who's saying we make big points, especially the toilet.
That's right.
I'm down finding out how to make
y'all pretty rich. There you go.
If we're making Bitcoin flushing.
I mean, just imagine the terror of the people on board at the time that the plane is being diverted. You have to put your head down, hands up, so you're not being able to see what's going on in front of you.
Yeah.
And then police literally storm the plane.
Well,
this is crazy.
Excessive? Like.
Definitely profiling.
Oh, what's his name? No, the name here. No, you said a name, Robert something or no? Is your name Andrea?
No, they didn't identify anybody.
Oh, okay, I think I'm done.
No, but it is messed up that these people got traumatized for nothing.
Now there's like videos all online. Ben, did you guys talk about this earlier? The Southwest plane that was diverted?
Yeah, briefly. Trump's America, everything's normal. Well, Mike on MAGA.
Oh my God.
Hey, my friend told me he was moving to Thailand in May, and I'm like, get 2 rooms?
I'm not sure it's safe over there either.
Yeah, there's probably not too many places that are dear. It's just the hottest targets might be the ones to avoid at the moment. It feels like we're getting ready to do a 3-step program over here. You know what that is, right? You bend over and grab your ankles and kiss your ass goodbye. But I hope not. It just seems like there's so many different fires going, and there's no way to know which ones are going to pop off in our yard. It's like, when is it going to come here? Or is it already here?
Well, the other day, someone on my name for years, we know what I'm talking about, he made a claim that Habib's son, who was supposed to be taking his position, was killed. That's not true. He is alive. He survived an assassination attempt. Just thought I'd correct that. So how are everyone's gas prices where you guys are at? Because I've seen an increase already. Probably going to get a lot worse.
definitely went up for me. So I was like, let me just fill up my tank before they go even higher.
The crazy part is, back in Toronto, the prices went up here quite a bit as well. So, of course, it's going to have a global effect. That's not surprising.
I'm like, they jumped up a little bit more. Right now, in my area, it is $3.69 a gallon for regular unleaded.
The worst part is, this is just at the beginning of where we're at. 25% of the world's crude oil goes to that Strait of Hormuz. I think 20 billion barrels pass through every day, and the only ships going through are Chinese and Russian. So this is just the beginning. And also, oil refineries have been hit as well in the Middle East. So there's, hey, Bago voted for, you know, he promised no worse cost of
Get an electric car. Get an EV. Yeah, I have those problems.
I don't like EVs. Being in Toronto, New York.
What's about them?
Listen, I have a few friends who've had, what is it, a Tesla, whatever the SUV is. This winter it got so frigid, so cold. Even being inside the garage, even having the charger on, the battery depleted. It was just, it's sanity.
Maybe think about Tesla. I mean, BMW has one, Lexus.
Yeah, I guess there's others now. Yeah, they're changed there. Yeah, the ones I looked at. Sorry, what is it?
No, that wasn't me. Whoever went to jump in.
Can't hear you, Sean.
No, I was saying it happened to my battery too, and it's not an electric car. Yeah, just cold weather. Cold weather in general is terrible on lithium or lead acid batteries. Terrible.
Yeah, they've improved their technology. There are other ones, right, Lisa? I mean, I love, what is it called? The Taycan? Porsche's a beautiful one. But, yeah, they've gone a lot better. But for some reason, I'm a car person. I still have this thing about wanting the roar of an engine. I know, so I should probably stop with my, just, go electric as everyone else is, but.
Can't you get one with an engine sound?
It's fake. Come on now. It's fake. I could never. I know, they talk about that. I could never. It was the worst. I think when they started electric, was it Corvette? What was it? Or Mustang? I'm like, what the heck? That defeats the whole purpose. Yeah, that defeats the whole purpose of a Corvette or muscle car. I'm like, it's like, what the heck? I'm sorry. It's like a shell and a battery. It's horrible.
I'm definitely gonna get an EV. I'm just tired of the Teslas. Just first of all, they take off so fucking fast. I'm not getting a Tesla though. I'm trying to get the BMW, but they take off so fucking fast. But then when they get on these long hauls, like when they have to go long distances, then them bitches slow down.
Yeah.
I mean, pass them on the highway. Go, oh, your battery's getting ready to run dead. Bye.
And honestly, if you're doing a type of drives that are like out of the city, there's not chargers all over the place, right? Depending upon where you're going.
Where you live, yeah.
Yeah, even if you're just going for I like going for hikes and stuff, right? I'll go to get out of the city and go if I'm back in Toronto, I'll be up north. I love it. So there isn't infrastructure. There's no chargers, right? So it's kind of like you're kind of limited. Yeah, that's the only issue with it. Yeah, we're not very.
But Lisa, I'm gonna say, I'm pro TV, but the things I would say, the balance out.
Can't hear you, Sean.
What is it? No, I think everybody else can. But yeah, to balance out the conversation is that electricity prices are increasing astronomically in many states. And so if you're buying an EV to save money, I don't know how much longer that's going to be viable, because I mean, there are places where people are paying $1,000 a month for electricity bills now without EV charging.
1,000 where?
Yeah. In the DC metro region, people are paying $1,000 a month
on their electricity bill. What are they freaking cooking drugs or some shit?
No. It's because the grid is so screwed up. The energy markets are so screwed up. In PJM is the largest organization that manages the distribution of electricity over about 8 to 10 different states. And they've screwed up the wholesale market so much that people are paying $1,000 a month to heat their homes now. So that would be my only caution about purchasing an EV, because one of the main reasons people were purchasing EVs is because they were going to save money on fuel costs. But if the electric bills keep going up as high as they are, I don't know what the real, of course, reducing the amount of emissions coming out of a car is important too. But if you're trying to save money, I don't know yet if that's the way to go based on the trends.
In a regular environment, I have an electric car. You save anywhere from a half. This is on the low end. Is a half of what you would charge in gas. To be charged in gas if you drove a lot. The higher gas prices get, despite the increase in electric, you save even more. The savings from electric car, to Lisa's point, are massive compared to EV cars. EV electricity, even when it goes up, is more stable. As you can see here, gas is not stable. It's going up 10 cents a day, 7 cents a day, 12 cents a day. The savings are massive. Once you get over $3 a gallon, you're saving well over 50% in having an electric car. The other thing is you don't have to charge it at home, especially depending on where you are. There are places to charge it, and some of them are free. And depending on where you live, there's a little hack. And the kind of hookup you have, you can use somebody else's electricity. You don't have to pay anything at all.
House of maintenance is
so bad.
Nothing on EV.
What's your kilowatt per hour charging right now? What's your kilowatt per hour charging?
Let me check.
Because I know what I'm talking about.
Let me check.
Yeah. Oh, I'm not debating with you.
I didn't say you didn't know what you were talking about. I'm just telling you, as someone with an electric car
and a
gas car, the savings on the electric car are considerable.
That wasn't my point.
That's what everything says. I don't know what my kilowatt per is. I don't know.
You should know.
Once gas gets over $3, the savings expand.
If you're saying that it's much cheaper, you should know how much it costs per kilowatt hour.
No, I don't. I don't need to know that. I can look I can compare between my two cars.
No, you cannot tell me that it's cheaper per gallon if you don't understand how many kilowatt hours your car is drawing. Hold on.
Okay.
Wait,
no, that makes no sense.
I'm reading it. I'm telling you what the people say. When you get it's well known. Electricity prices are more stable. Gas prices I said anywhere it's 50%. I'm looking at it.
But what he's saying is true. Electricity prices are cheaper because most electrical power plants run on coal.
No.
So it's more insulated. His original point was electrical prices are more stable, but they're more stable because the power. It is true. It is true. I've done a multitude of projects recently. On power sources.
Oh my God, you just want to argue. No, we're not going to go back and forth. We're not going to go back and forth. One mic on the mod. One mic on the mod. One mic on the mod. We're not going to go back and forth.
No. You always gotta be
One
right.
mic on the mod. We're not going to go
You
back.
always gotta be right.
Well,
There it goes.
I just read it.
No, you haven't. What is your kilowatt hour? What is your cents per kilowatt hour rate?
The average is 17 cents. 17 cents.
There you go.
It's simple math. If you're spending $400 on gas a month, and then you realize that you're not, you don't need to know the exact kilowatts. It's
just basic.
Yeah.
Two cars. I have multiple cars. Some are electric, some are not.
Yeah, I have a car.
I know how much the tank costs here. I know how much I pay to charge it. And I also said, you don't have to charge it at your house. A lot of times, it's not true for everybody, but depending on the time, there's a place I like to get ice cream in my town. They have a free charger up there. I'll take my ass a book.
I wasn't arguing.
Go get a cone.
Literally was
Come on. What are you doing, Sean? I'm going to know if it's telling the story.
No, you're gonna keep that because
you weren't talking. I was responding to Ace.
No, I was trying to.
Oh, I didn't hear you. We couldn't hear you coming through.
Yeah, let's give it a second. But Ben, I'm sure you've been a car person. You could tell if you have a V6, a V10, a V4. Even that, you can tell which car is going to take more gas. So obviously, when it's electric versus gas, that's easy math.
It's
well,
not.
I mean, it says here. I just.
Paying 17 cents. I'm paying.
I'm looking at it right here. On average, this is on average. Driving an EV. I'll just read what it says. It saves on average, depending on where you live, $7 to $116 per month in fuel costs to a gas-powered car. With high mileage, this is what I said, with high mileage drivers saving $200 plus monthly. EVs are roughly 60% cheaper than fuel, with average monthly costs around $73 to $140 versus $145 to $241. Then it goes on to say, using home charging as a level 2 provides the best savings, typically 4 to 6 cents per mile, compared to 9 to 15 cents per mile for relying on if you do public, the public charging. Then it said, hold on, drivers with long commutes, this is a lot of miles, but 3,000 miles a month save over $250 from not having gas. I think that's substantial, but I'm not rich. Maybe.
Yeah, also maintenance fees, right?
So hold on.
Let me just continue reading the thing, then you can respond. I'm reading it. You. I'm reading it. Look at the information out. You're not the only one in here.
You gotta calm down.
You gotta calm down. Shut the fuck up.
And I don't know who you think you're fucking talking to.
I'm talking to you. Shut the fuck up, dummy.
You're a fucking clown.
Your mother's a clown. Damn, you're rude. I'm reading it from the paper.
And that's why.
I'm reading it from the paper, from the DOE.
Yeah, you always interrupt with a bunch of bull crap.
I'm reading from the Department of Energy. The fuck is wrong with you?
You are an insane ass bitch.
Your mother's insane.
Who ain't got a fucking job? Who sit on a
You get a fucking job.
Because all he can do is sit around and try to degrade other people because
I was reading it and you cut me off in the middle of reading it 3 times.
You don't know nothing that I'm fucking talking about. What we were talking about is projected cost. Her buying a new vehicle based on new energy projections of consumption
and they save even more if you let
what
them
you're talking
reading.
about is what happened in the
Shut
past.
the fuck up. Shut up.
You fake ass.
Shut up, Hamlet. You save more
Fake
money.
I guarantee you work at a community.
Shut up. Once it gets between $3 and $4 a gallon, you save even more because electricity prices are stable because a lot of it is from coal, as TT said. Electricity prices are more stable than gas prices. We can see it this week. Electricity never shot up like this in 4 days, dummy. That was Lisa's whole point. Get an EV, you don't have to worry about these fluctuations. Dummy. Warder, you have a problem?
I have no problem with you calling women names.
I didn't call her a name. I called her a dummy. That's what she is. And you're dumb.
She can't even defend herself because
I'm reading from the DOE.
That's
she
not
comes
a real
on
man.
to I'm reading from why are you not blocked? You're a fucking idiot. I don't even know why you're in here. You're blocked for life. I'm reading from the department. I'm reading from the thing. She cuts me off 4 times. The thing says once it gets above $3 a gallon, the savings is even more. Fuck Sean. Now you can respond. And respond on topic. If you don't respond on topic, I'm kicking you out.
Man, fuck you, you bitch ass nigga.
That's my name. That's all you got?
You don't have no sense of intellect. Everything
I was reading from the DOE.
Look, the Department of Energy that's controlled by Trump.
Well, this actually came out in 2024.
Data from expert, or you're gonna have the data from Trump?
I got it in 2024.
So first of all, you enter as usual.
It's from 2024.
You interject based on the lack of knowledge about the majority of things, because all you do is freaking use ChatGPT. So what I was speaking about with Lisa had nothing to do with the present. It was about her buying a new car that could last her 10 to 15 years in the future. And what I was talking about, if you understood what PJM is, man, think you so fucking smart. What does PJM stand for?
I don't know. What does it stand for?
You don't know. Of course you don't know. Because you know everything, but you don't know shit. PJM is an organization, the regional transmission organization that controls the majority of the distribution of electricity in the United States of America. And they're projecting that the electricity prices are going to triple in the future. So if you would stand still a moment instead of always trying to degrade women, obviously you got problems with your mother, because if you have problems with your mother, you wouldn't keep trying to degrade women when they're coming with intellectual facts about things that they've worked in for 30 fucking years. You don't know what you're fucking talking about. So when Lisa said she was going to buy an electric vehicle, particularly, I told her to take into consideration the projection for the people who control the fucking grid. And they're projecting prices are going to increase from electricity by 3 times. So it could negate all the savings that you're talking about in the future.
Sean, may I interject? What's 17 cents times 3?
I ain't got time to do no nonsense.
It's tripling.
Girl.
But what's so you
I'm
said
talking
it's
about
triple?
what he just said. He said his cost 17 cents per kilowatt hour. And
that was the national average. Hold on, calm down, Sean. That was the national average.
And guess what? Mine's called 10. So that means that you're paying 7 cents per kilowatt hour than I would be if I had an electric vehicle.
So, Sean, where can I find the projection that it's going to go up 200, 300%, 200% in the next life cycle of a car?
Hey, look. I will put it in the chat.
Just put it in the chat.
Providing.
All right, put it in the chat.
Liz is that you start disrespecting
in the chat.
Because you got problems with your mom and your mom that don't fucking work.
My mother's dead. I wasn't raised by my mom. She died when I was 2.
I would have never spoke about your mom if I knew she was dead.
She died when I was 2.
Use that as an excuse for your.
It's not an excuse. I'm just telling you.
And your ability to
she died when I was 2. Just move around. I'm telling you.
Use that as an excuse for your ability to have
She died when I was 2. My mom died when I was 2. She was killed when I was 2. She was killed when I was 2. Ma'am, she was killed when I was 2.
But you ain't gonna squash me because I ain't scared of you. You don't intimidate me. So whatever issues you got with women, you need to deal with them. Because I see you over and over again. Reform. I saw what you did to reform on this stage. Reform is a super intellectual woman. You kept degrading her on this stage over and over again. Any woman that comes on this stage besides Patty and Lisa, you got a problem with. And then you come at Patty on.
That doesn't make sense. I come at Patty.
I don't think he has a problem with me. And do you have a problem with me?
You got problems with women. Period.
Listen, Van and I have disagreed and he has disrespected me. So.
I don't care what you disagree with. I listen to this.
No, he has not disrespected.
He got problems with women. Period. He needs to go deal.
I don't think he's disrespecting me.
Whatever his issues are with women. Because the way he came off on me, when he didn't even understand how I I was communicating to Lisa.
He just disrespects people who are dumb.
I was not talking anything about the press. I was
Why are you trying to take up for a man? You look silly right now. Stay out of it.
Thank you, Lisa. Thank you.
No, I'm just saying.
Are you done, Sean? Sean,
are you done?
Yes.
Go get some help.
All right, Sean.
With a psychotherapist because you got issues with women. And then secondly, go get a full-time job. Because the men I know in my life, they sitting on the app all day trying to debate women.
Yeah, they're in prison.
Trying to degrade women. That's all that Joe's sorry ass do. Go
you
get
don't
a
have
job.
a man. You can tell
Be
you
a
don't
man. Go work.
Go
you
get one.
Ain't sitting on no damn app talking and discussing and debating with women all day.
I don't.
Make money.
Oh, Divine, did you hear that? She talking about you, bro.
I'm talking
Where's
about
Gemini?
you. Look, now you're gonna try.
I'm not the only nigga that has conversations.
You gotta try to bring the gang in. I like Divine. I ain't talking about
he's a man who's on the app all day.
I'm talking about you. I'm talking about you who got problems with women who don't work full time.
I have problems with you, Sean.
I don't care. No, you got problems with women.
Can I
go to work?
Oh, she's playing the gender
card. Go to work.
Get a new one.
Go and make some fucking money like a real man would do.
Okay. What if I already made my money?
Bring it to the stage. Because you act insecure hell. You don't act like a man with wealth.
What does that mean? Does Grant Cardone act like a man with wealth?
You act like one that
does Donald Trump? Wait a minute.
You
Donald
act
Trump
like
has
a man
wealth.
that ain't got nothing.
Yelling.
Because a man that got something don't sit up here and debate with women all day.
Yes, we do.
They don't do it.
We do. Well, I don't debate with women all day.
You ain't got nothing. You are literally somebody imitating an intellectual person, and you bully people so much that they succumb to you. I ain't the
People
one.
are unhinged, bro.
Me and Lisa and I was having some real conversations, and you interrupted because you don't like to.
I didn't interrupt.
Be equal,
That's a lie. I did not interrupt.
I wasn't talking about anything that you brought up specifically. I was literally addressing
Lisa said, why not?
Purchase of an EV.
We were talking about the cost of EV versus gas.
No, we were talking about it, and I gave her insight about the future. If she buys one now, it could be her ownership for the next 5 to 10 years, and that her savings
it'll still be cheaper.
will not be the same because
it'll be cheaper.
Of the shortage.
It'll be a shortage of what?
It won't. It will not. It will not
be cheaper, Sean.
It will not be because electricity prices are escalating rapidly.
So are gas prices.
Calm down, please, guys. Let's stop yelling at each other.
She is so
Sean, hold on. Sean, she's not wrong. Hold on.
Ace is talking. You disrespect women. Oh, shut up. Shut up. You say you bring on my dead mother again?
Get some help with the issues that you have with
each other.
Get a man.
Okay, back. Honestly.
Get a man.
Stop muting me. Stop muting me.
Just stay on the topic.
Ace is muting you. You keep talking.
I mute her. Okay, so Sean, so what you're saying, yes, the energy prices won't go up, and even if it is 3 times. 17 cents times 3 is 51 cents per kilowatt. That's still going to be actually remarkably cheaper than the price of gas. So in any which way that you split this, it's still going to be more cost efficient to have an EV, and it's also 50% cheaper in terms of maintenance fees. And this is somebody who's not in love with EVs, okay? So I'm just being completely objective here. So I think you guys, have a point, but Sean, I don't know why you're getting upset.
Right,
look, I'm not going to even debate with you.
Oh my God.
Let's just move on. Let's move on, guys.
Yeah, exactly. Move on. Go get some help because you got issues with women, babe.
Come on, ma'am. You just said move on. We're moving on. Whew. Jeez.
Hey, Devon. What's going on?
Good night, time.
Good evening. I just came back. We went out, found a nice little Japanese spot, just to talk shit for a second. I had the lettuce chicken wraps where they give you like half a head of lettuce and put the chicken inside. Oh, I had some edamame. and I had the best General Child, almost the best General Child. Well, my wife could make a hell of a General Child. I was like, damn, this shit tastes like yours. But and we're back. Yeah, what's up?
General Chow is not Japanese.
They had it. It was a Japanese restaurant. It was a okay. Let me rephrase. It was a fusion. No, it was a Japanese fusion. It was a fusion restaurant.
Fusion.
No, it was a Japanese fusion. They had a lot of Japanese dishes. I said, man, what do you recommend? I wasn't going to get
General Chow is not Japanese. That's what I said.
Okay. Well, they had it. And it was it was a fusion, like I said. So they had a little bit of everything.
Lettuce fries, the best.
I said, ma'am, the sesame or the General Chow? She was like, do you like spicy? I said, I love spicy. She said, get the General Chow. It was good. I had a Coors Light. I didn't want, I'm trying to, I can't do the heavy bit. I had a Coors Light, just one. So.
I'm so glad you enjoyed your dinner. Hello.
Did you use chopsticks?
That's only in New York to have Chinese food at a Japanese restaurant with an American beer.
I was going to say.
Thank you.
Use chopsticks.
Fusion. What part of fusion you don't understand?
Definitely confusing.
The fusion is the part I don't understand. But I'm glad you enjoyed the General Tso's chicken and your American watered down beer.
With the fork?
Not too heavy. Not too heavy. Yeah.
Not too heavy. I got you. I'm glad you had a good time. And not to just, nothing, but, you guys, I really appreciate the spirited debate. I just want to be quiet right now and talk about chill shit. I appreciate everybody because I'm learning how to love people. And because I don't want to be a type 2 diabetic because of this fucking app. It's just too much fucking stress.
People are crazy. People are crazy.
It just turns into too much shit, and I'm not built for it. I can do it if you put me there. I can really do it. But it ain't fucking worth it. Not my health.
It kills me when someone tries. I've been so-called read before, and it's hilarious when someone tries to tell you who you are, and it's just so far from the truth. It's funny. Like I'm like, what?
Are you not? Many times when people have to read me and tell me who I am and what I do and how old I am and where I live and how many kids. Like, come on, Dwight, you only got the tip of the fucking Clubhouse iceberg. I literally have to put my face on a live video on Telegram to show people who I am. This is fucking ridiculous. You ain't been read, baby, till you've been me. Then you can talk about being read.
You've been through the trenches. You've been through the trenches. So what y'all talking about? I like the combo though.
We're talking about the fusion.
Yes.
Talk about Mr. Cars. Because I did want to get one, but and I'm for it 100% because I spend a lot of time in another state that totally adores electric cars, and they have some of the cutest charging stations now. I saw one going to, I forgot what winery it was. It's not the one popular winery, but there was a charging station that had certain wine. It was like a cute little outdoor whatever the hell, and I didn't have an electric car, so I didn't pull over. But they were able to serve wine and probably marijuana for all I know, being in this particular state, what happens there. But then I saw a coffee one that was really very nice. And when you went inside that one, they had like leather chairs, jazz music playing, different types, the elitist coffees and shit like that. And that was also very nice, you know what I'm saying? Because how long does it take? Because when I got the Tesla, when I rented the Tesla, is it Tesla or Tesla?
Tesla? What do you mean?
Is it Tesla? L-A? Not
Tesla.
Tesla. Because I want to make sure I say it correctly.
Yeah.
Tesla. That shit, and it was cold too. It was during Christmas, maybe a couple of years ago, and I had to call Patty. Because I was like, why am I still sitting here on this fucking charger? And she's like, did you get did she ask me if I got the Express or something? I didn't even know what the fuck she was talking about.
Chargers.
The supercharger, yeah. I didn't know. I thought I was going to pull up, and 15 minutes later, I was going to be on my way. So I guess I let it go down too far, because we were there for like a fucking half an hour. I was like, no, this is not cute. Unless I have something to do, you know what I'm saying? Sitting there for a half an hour waiting for that goddamn thing to charge. And then she said, oh, it's not going to charge all the way up because it's cold. I was like, what? You gonna have to do this again?
That's my issue.
So,
yeah, that's my issue.
Mm-hmm.
Aren't they building in Cali highways where there's a lane where it's for EV as you're driving, it's supposed to charge as you drive? I've heard about that. I'm not sure if that's coming.
A car is charging as you drive?
Yeah.
What car is that?
No, there's in Cali, I'll put an article up.
Well, some of the hybrids do that anyway, because when you're driving on gas, it's charging your electric. That's what your alternator does. In a combustible engine, it's basically the same principle. You know, you're driving on gas, charging your electric, you get on your electric, and then get to a gas pump.
Okay, here we go. So California's pioneering in-road wireless EV charging. So basically by the 2028 Olympics, so it says someone have underground copper coils to charge vehicles while in motion. So basically you'd have to just drive in that lane. As you're driving, you'll be charging the vehicle. That I think is, that infrastructure is pretty amazing.
So somebody said
a car that charges while you're driving. So what's
any EV.
Yeah.
Someone in the chat.
It's they gotta integrate into the asphalt.
Someone in the chat put, I guess they have a Cybertruck that if electricity tripled, will go to 51 cents. They said this is Brother 3, I don't know, Brother 3. Oh, Brother 3 sport athlete, handsome brother. Says it would cost 51 cents, it would cost $68.85. Your typical truck on average has a 30-gallon tank. Okay? On average, we'll just take an average at $3. $3, fill up 30 gallons. That's $90.
Yeah, it's a little bit more.
So, let's just do it on the low end. So it's $90. So even if it triples, you save $20+ every fill up. And we know how few miles those trucks normally get. So even if it triples, it's $20-some because it's 51 cents per kW. Or 430 or whatever he worked it out to be. I'm just going by the brother since he has the truck. So you save money even if it's cheaper, even if it triples. Right? The other thing, it kind of sucks if you didn't get one because the Trump administration took it away, so it's kind of late now. Maybe the Democrats will put it back in a couple of years. Is you get crazy. The Fed stuff is gone, but depending on your state, you get tax credits. You get tax credits for EVs. You don't get tax credits for regular cars, depending on your state. When I bought one of mine, I got both federal and state credits. It took like a quarter off the price. Right? So it actually, especially back under the Biden regime, it was an incredible amount of savings. An incredible amount of savings. And you don't always charge it up at home. There are free slow chargers. There are cheap slow chargers. The superchargers, they are more expensive. But depending on if you have a converter, a lot of the Tesla charger you convert be free. Depending on where you live, and Lisa's talking about where she lives, is that they have serious infrastructure. It is just, for fuel, it's simply cheaper.
And zero emissions tests, that's a big one.
Okay, so let me address you because unfortunately you don't know conversion rates. So how EV equivalents from kilowatt hours to gallons per mile is done by intervals of 30 miles per gallon. So 51 cents per kilowatt hour is equivalent to $4.40 to $5.40 per gallon. So I'm sorry, I know, Dan, you smart dude, you know a lot of shit, but this one you're outside of your league. $4 to $5 per gallon is what 55 cents per kilowatt hour is equivalent to in miles driven by a car. So I'm sorry, but hold on a minute. In addition to that,
I got a question for you. I like what you're doing. Let me ask you a question.
Hold on. No. Okay, you can ask me a question, but I just want to finish my statement.
Okay. All right.
This guy is so insecure and with so many issues.
Let's not do that. Let's not do that. Let's stick to the man.
No. I'm tired of him.
No. We're not doing that, man.
You're gonna have to mute me tonight. I'm sick of him.
Sean.
All right, I'm muted. Yeah, I'm muted.
Sean.
So I want to tell you guys.
Sean's already got it out.
Yeah.
Sean, we got you. We heard you, Sean.
I wanted to talk to you guys really quick. Honda, it might be out, it might not be out, but just Google Honda's EV plan. They're making an EV that is going to use gas, but not a lot of gas. The reason it's going to use gas is because it's going to recharge its own battery, and the shit goes mad far. It's this wild.
It's like a
hybrid. Well, you can't be considered an EV.
Yeah, it's beyond hybrid. It's like hybrid on super duper steroids. Yeah, it's like.
So the gas is charged the battery.
Considered a hybrid because gas is not in the equation with an EV.
Right. Okay. So we'll call it a hybrid, but the hybrid they have.
But one second, a hybrid, if you go over to 2,000 RPM, then it kicks into gas mode, right? Unless you drive under it, then it stays electric. So if this is not working in that sense, and it's only the gas is just there to charge the battery.
Exactly.
And that's different. That's not hybrid.
Yeah, that's not hybrid. It's going to use the gas to keep the battery charged. Just look it up. Look up the Honda. They're calling it an EV. They're calling it an EV.
Running a generator?
Yes, pretty much. But it's like
that's so smart. I need to be in the smart kids class now. Gas is going to be used to fuel a generator that is recharging the car as you drive.
Yeah. Yes. You gotta go to a charging.
I'm getting better.
No need for a charging station. Just need for a couple of gallons of gas. That's it.
You still could go a charger if you wanted to, right? If you wanted to go between.
Let me get the details. I'm gonna put it in the chat so you guys can see it.
That is amazing, actually.
Okay, so I looked online. 1 gallon of gasoline is equivalent to 33.7 kilowatt hours of electricity, a standard used by the EPA to calculate miles per gallon equivalent for electric vehicles. The Cybertruck, that's hideous, but it's still this Tesla. It's about 125 kilowatt hours. Everybody still with me? Okay.
Yep.
125. If you need 33, 125 divided by 33 is what? 4? Around 4? 4 and some change, right? Am I doing that right? 4 and some change? Yes?
Yeah, you're doing it right.
Okay, 4 and some change. If a gallon of gasoline costs $3, what's 4 times 3? It's $12. It's $12. If I fill up a truck, it's going to cost me a lot more than $12. Somebody tell me what I did wrong. Just someone tell me what I did wrong. It says energy equivalents. 1 gallon of gasoline is roughly 33.7 kilowatts electricity. Did I do it wrong?
Well, did you multiply by 3 or 30, honey?
What by 30?
Okay, you have a 30-gallon tank.
No. The Cybertruck is roughly 125 kilowatt hours.
Right. That's for a full
So
charge.
to get to 125 from 33, it's about 4 roughly. Yes?
3.79, yes, sir.
3.79. And the 33 is the equivalent to a gallon. So let's just round up to 4. So it's 4 gallons of gasoline. That's the equivalent. At $3, it's $12.
Right. And the average vehicle.
One second, Devon, before you move on, one second. So tell me how $12. This is, by the way, this is assuming electricity triples, because she made the claim that electricity prices are going to triple in the next 5 years. That's what she said. Okay. So let's say it triples. Right now, it triples. How is $12 to fill up your truck more expensive than if I were to fill up my truck with gasoline?
I'm just gonna add the average vehicle gas tank.
Oh, do you have an answer? Could someone answer the question? Is it more expensive to fill up the EV or the gas?
Oh no, the gas.
Okay, just making sure.
Yeah, and the average. I was gonna say the average gas tank. Hold on a second, Trent. The average gas tank is about. Let me see. My truck holds 17 gallons. My wife's truck holds 15 gallons. Yeah, 15 gallons. So you're definitely saving on the EV.
And it's probably
Even
V6 or V8 if it's a bigger build.
Yeah.
That also goes into it.
Yeah, she's V6 on V. And then the other thing is how much driving are you doing with your EV? You know, some of us gotta commute pretty far, but if you live close to where you work, you're definitely saving on with the EV. And check out that video I put in the chat and the explanation of Honda's. And Trent may know about this. This Honda self-charging engine, and it uses the braking. Like Honda, the Japanese, they're fucking genius with this shit.
We're gonna do braking. We've actually had it for quite some time. It's just not always put into effect. I didn't hear the beginning of the question. If the question is whether or not these are more efficient once you get over $2.75, $3 a gallon, yeah, EVs are a lot more efficient.
It was that electricity is going to triple in the next, I don't know, what did she say, 5 to 10 years? And even with it tripling, she tried to give us the math that you're not going to save, but that math wasn't math, but she got angry.
Dubai, she was trying to beef. She tried it earlier. She's going to fight with the whole Persian. I let it go because I knew that she was just looking for it. And it back took it.
But where's the idea that I haven't seen that electricity prices are going to triple in the next 5 years?
It is not 5 years, what you said. It is a possibility in the next 15 years.
Isn't it because of building all these?
Oh my God!
All these.
We're talking about 5 years, man.
Okay, well, in the next 5 years, no.
Okay, so that's the claim. So
because of the data centers or data centers.
With the data centers, there will be an increase, as you already seen, in electricity prices. There's no denying that. However, in relation to EVs and PHEVs are plug-in hybrids for those right now. The technology for solid-state batteries is now in use. It's no longer theory. It's in some cars, especially in China. And so your car will need less. The car batteries are getting smaller. They're not as heavy as they were. The F-150 Lightning and the Cybertruck battery are extremely heavy batteries. They're going to be cut basically in half, and they're going to charge a lot faster. So instead of taking 30 minutes to charge, 45 minutes in a lot of cases to charge, they're going to charge within under 10 minutes. And so you're going to see a cheaper, less expensive, lighter, and better battery starting in 2027 in the United States.
That sounds good.
But Lisa, some of those prices that are expected to rise are due to the necessary need to upgrade our current grid. So it's completely separate from anything that was her actual argument.
But even then, it's still
Nobody's
cheaper.
predicting prices to triple, or I'm sorry, that is, I don't know, where is it coming from?
She said, I didn't know the name of the organization. She said in 5 years. I'll even give her 10. Say 5 to 10 years.
Didn't she say PG&M?
It was something like that. I never heard of the organization.
PG&M. I'm like, wait, PG&E is the electric company in Cali.
Yeah, I don't know who.
She didn't say PG&E, Ramona. No, it was PJM. It was she said PJM.
PJM. My apologies.
Yeah, I don't know. PJM. I just googled it. The Federal Energy Regulatory Commission. Let's see, PJM.
But even if
wait, is this a government? This is a government website. She told me we couldn't use Trump. Anyway, she said that they were projecting, say, 5 to 10 years, electricity was going to triple, and therefore make gas cars cheaper to fuel than electric cars. That's what she said.
Yeah.
But she gave a crazy amount.
She didn't say that in the beginning, by the way. She said that after I had explained what I explained. She changed it after. She did not originally say that. But even that's still untrue.
But
especially what Trent just said about the
that
types
it
of batteries.
costs $1,000 per month at DC?
She did.
For the cost of electricity? Yeah, I kind of.
Well, let's just look it up. The average cost in DC for electricity per month. Now, it's a lot of poor people and broke people, working people in DC.
Damn, I thought that my 130 was bad. Shoot.
Average Washington, DC. Right now, the average cost for electricity a month. Oh my God. The average cost of electricity in Washington, D.C. right now is approximately $123 to $196 a month. Yeah, this lady's a notorious liar. I don't know if y'all know that.
That's why I asked her, are they cooking drugs? Like, we're talking about $1,000 a month.
I think
she's a notorious liar.
Well, I think I know where she got it from. I looked it up. There's a PBS article on it. There's been forecasts that the demand would triple by 2035. So that remains to be seen.
There's an article that says that electricity is going to triple by 2035.
Demand.
Right. That doesn't.
She said cost.
She didn't say demand.
She said cost. She said cost.
Why are you running Captain Save a Woman you weren't even here for?
Man, I didn't hear the woman.
I know. So why are you invested in it?
Because let me tell you what we are looking at, what I have heard. There is whether or not it's triple or double kind of remains to be seen. I say definitely double within the next few years. I think that's an easy one. What it will do to the cost to charge. This is one of the reasons why there was so much conjecture on what types of things that we build. You continue to build the big SUVs. Like there's an Explorer in Europe that is electric. It's doing very well. But would it be better to go to back to smaller sedans for companies like Ford and Volkswagen and power them that way because they'll be more efficient. Like the jury is still out on that, but the industry seems to be leaning towards going smaller and more efficient because of the cost that will rise in charging.
But that wasn't even the original argument. The original argument was Lisa said that she wanted to invest in an electric vehicle to save on gas prices. Then Ben said she would save a lot. And then it got twisted to this.
To be smart to what you can lease an EV for with right now, with some of the leases that are out there, I would tell Lisa 100%. You'd be very intelligent to get an EV, especially in a place like California, because we are subject to these types of price fluctuations with gas.
And also maintenance fees and all that, 50% cheaper for EV. Anyways, I think she's arguing a point.
Cheaper to maintain. There's the gases there's no oil changes, there's no transmission. There are still problems with them because they're electric. But yeah, they're the cost of ownership on EVs is dramatically different. It's one of the big problems for dealers. It was trying to figure out, well, if you don't have any parts to replace on these cars, how are you going to keep dealerships profitable? Because they run off fixed operations. It's a separate story, but they are a lot cheaper over time, and they last a lot longer. That's the other thing. I mean, some of these EVs and their test cycle will last 5,000 charges, so that's in miles. So there's a lot of conjecture about how do you keep people, not keeping them like Honda Accords from '95, keeping them forever. So there's a lot of talk about that.
I do think there was a significant hike in energy prices in January because last year, granted, I live in a shoebox. It's 630 square feet. I paid $69 for January. This year, I paid $130. So, I mean, I know that's probably not show-stopping for most of you, but for me, it hurt. So, I mean, we did have a bit of a gouge there, but it has gone back down this month. It went back down to, I think, 67 was my bill. But, yeah, it is very erratic sometimes. But for the most part, it's a lot more stable than our gas prices, which went up, 40 cents a gallon the other day. So, yeah. We also think about alternate sources of energy too. That's one thing that I bang my head on a wall about is that in the state of Nevada, which is where I live, we get 85% sunshine rate throughout the year, whether it's cold or hot, we got sun. And I do not understand why more attention is not being paid to infrastructure for solar. I really don't. I mean, they always talk about the grid, but you have to invest in that infrastructure. You have to invest in making those changes. And we can do that. I mean, we have so many different industries in Nevada that we could pull from. But you have to also consider each state and the climates that they have and what options they have. So that's going to make a difference in energy options. But it also, it increases the leaning towards those alternatives rather than gasoline fossil fuels, because those are way more erratic than simply making it more accessible with alternative uses. So that's all I have to say about that.
We're feeling here in New York, Con Edison is going up 2.8% every year for the next 2 years. I gotta get out of here. I gotta get out of New York. I'm so ready to go.
Forget it.
Everything's going up, man. I love New York, but this shit is fucking brutal, y'all. This shit is for the birds. I ain't gonna.
It's really sad when you look back and you think about how many opportunities over the last however many decades America has had to become more reliant on renewal and get off this fucking gas and oil teat. And it's really frustrating because we knew all of this was possible and we didn't want to invest in it. And now look where we're at.
Spirit is, I'm a madman in the house. You already know. Who the fuck left this up? Why is this light on? Close the fridge. They think I'm crazy.
I only have one light in my whole house, and it's a lamp in the living room, sweetheart, and that's for if sightlings come over to my house. So believe me, I'm fanatical about making sure that I go behind visitors and shut the fucking lights off, because they always leave them on. I'm like, what is wrong with you people? Were you raised in a goddamn barn? Anyway, I understand.
So I must have missed this, but hold on one second. Looks like it's another time. Earlier tonight, a few hours ago, Trump said he does not want the Kurds going in. Yesterday, he said he did. We talked about this for hours. Now he's saying, you're saying correct, Your whole argument was that the curve. Just
the curves are coming. The curves are coming.
I'm saying
Trump
correct.
said.
He said on the plane earlier today. I'm saying correct. Can I say one quick thing before you just jump up? I want to say something to Lulana. The solar, there is massive solar. I don't want to say massive. There is a solar build out happening in Nevada. I don't know all about it, but I do know we also have one in Texas. So there is investment. It's not that there's not investment in solar. What I am disappointed in the president or this administration is they're backing off the wind energy. What we do have a lot of that has been working well in Texas is the wind energy. 30% of Texas is now supported by wind. So the renewable, it's now cheaper, Ramona, to use renewable sources than fossil fuels. So it's happening at a corporate, and this comes back to the investments that the Obama administration made, and some of the advancements that are in solar now. Solar is a magnificent source, and Elon is also pushing this as well. So this is going to happen because it makes business sense. It's not really something that the government has to push anymore. It makes more sense to do solar.
So to bring it back to the current news, do you think Condoleezza Rice had something to do with that?
No.
Why do you think he reneged? Why the change?
Because they're making it all up as they go along.
I just Googled it. I'm like, what? Because I don't know. Yeah, go ahead.
No, Sean's back. Why don't you listen to Trent, who's in the industry, Sean? Why don't you listen to what Trent just said? Okay. Go ahead, Trent. Why don't you explain to her about EV versus electric grid?
Why you push me out of the room, man? You can't deal with somebody that challenges.
How can I push you out of the room if you're in the room? What is
you
wrong
50 on TI. Let's go with it. You 50 on TI. Let's go with it.
What's going on? If you're in the room, I couldn't have pushed you out of the room.
You brought me back up to do exactly what I'm doing because you put me out of the room. Someone put me out of the room.
No, it put you in the audience. Not out of the room. You were put in the audience.
I was out of the room.
Well, you couldn't come back in.
You can't come back.
You can't come back.
And there's an issue with the law too, and there's nobody removed you, by the way.
They put you in the audience.
Why y'all keep taking
okay. No, we're not taking it. We want to stick to the points, man. That's all. Trent is in the industry, right? And when you left, we ran the number. When you left, hold on, real quick. When you left, we ran the number. We ran the numbers. I'm not defending Ben. We ran the numbers, all of us.
Yeah, you are.
We all ran the numbers, and you were wrong.
All right, okay, I'm gonna go.
No, don't go. Tell us how you're right. Tell us how you're right in that in EV in 5 to 8 years. Oh, damn.
Divine, it was doing all that defending.
Why you gonna instigate that? Why you gonna instigate?
Trying to make us talk about the topic. She want to fight. Like, damn, let's just talk about the EV.
Well, what did she say? What did she say, Devon?
He said that it's going to cost more to charge an EV than to fill up a car with gas in 5. I'll give her, we'll say 5 to 8 years. He said somewhere between 5 and 10 years. It's going to cost, the price of electricity is going to be so high that it's going to cost you more to charge your EV than to fill it up with a full tank of gas. That was her argument.
So, yeah, I would say probably not going to happen. I know what she's looking at, and there have been people that have made that prediction.
She wasn't looking at anything. She was arguing with us.
Okay, well, I understand her. I understand her argument. It is a fear. I was listening to we had I can't remember what you call it, but one of our there's a company called LifeFlow, excellent company by the way, that looks at the cost of charge when they break it down. There's a guy named Noah Kaufman who he's actually on this app, and if you guys ever are interested in really learning about EVs and what's the best one to buy, they have all that data. What has the best battery degradation and all that over time. He'd be the one to talk to. What she's not taking into account is the improvement in the batter.
Well, Trent, you don't know the PJM.
She said we kicked her out of the room, but she came back. This is
She's crazy. She's crazy.
So about those Kurds who don't want to walk into a killing box, wasn't that what we were talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not dumbasses. They know it's a killing box. As I was talking to somebody about that last night. I mean, no matter how you slice it, logistically, it'd be idiotic to put boots on the ground, and the Kurds are smart enough to know that. So it doesn't matter what Trump says, they're not going to go.
Again, I ran the numbers. The Iranian armed forces, they got about 1 million bodies. And I don't care how much shit you drop from the sky and whatever it is you think you got to go in and get them. You're either going to get them ideologically, convince them to stand down, or you got to go in and get them motherfuckers. This is war. Like, and he has no plan. He has no plan. A million fighters, that's a lot of fighters.
It's off the terrain in Iraq, right? It's very mountainous.
Well, and how are you going to get a comparable force in there, logistically?
It's not just that. The Kurds have been betrayed by us from the Cold War. They were basically reached a deal with Iraq. They basically left the Kurds in a horrible position because I guess the U.S. and Iran did arm the Kurdish rebels against the Baghdad government. That there's Gulf War. There's so many instances where the Kurds have been screwed over.
Isn't it two separate Kurds though? There's Iranian Kurds and then there's Iraqi Kurds, right?
There's a few of them. But I was going to say, the reason why Trump is saying this now is because they told him no, and now he's trying to say this. He's obviously lying. He'd been talking about it for days, and now he changed his mind, and we're never going to go the way he said. I don't know why people thought that. I don't know why we've been talking about it. They had released statements that they weren't doing it. And now he just has to find the lie.
Did you cover that the number of U.S. soldiers have been captured according to Project?
Yep, I sent a message earlier on. I posted
what are you
about
guys
it.
talking about? I saw something. I didn't believe it. What is the number?
So Iran said they captured, but the U.S. said the soldiers were killed.
So the boxes that the U.S. brought back were empty?
No, this is a different one. This was as of today, Saturday.
Wait, hold on.
That Iran said they captured.
So there's 6 people that are dead and returned, and supposedly there's supposed to be more?
Yeah, there is more. So there is. Well, Iran didn't say the number, but Iran
what did
said.
CENTCOM say?
CENTCOM said no, those ones were killed. They weren't captured.
So CENTCOM is saying there are more that was killed.
No.
No,
that's not what they're saying, Miriam. No.
Essentially, yes. The U.S. said those ones weren't captured but were killed.
No, the foreign minister made some wild ass claim that they captured a number of American soldiers. CENTCOM came out and said that no, the statement in its entirety was not true. They didn't say that there have been additional. They didn't say that there's been additional deaths. If they did, that would obviously be breaking news. But there's not additional deaths.
CENTCOM is not releasing. There are some credible entities that are reporting that German hospitals are full with U.S. soldiers, that in fact there are a lot of soldiers that are wounded, and that the U.S. needs to start being honest with its citizens.
So you guys are saying CENTCOM said it. Could you or Matt Cool put the check? If it's goofy, Matt, just put the tweet in the. I don't believe you or Miriam or Trent. Just put the CENTCOM.
I just put an article in the chat from Times of Israel. Way to go.
Okay.
It's right there. It's right there. Like 4 people up on top of a map.
Oh yeah, times of Israel is going to be honest. They're going to be honest.
My statement is very simple. My statement
Divine,
was
where
that
did you come up with 1 million Kurds?
No, Iran has 1 million military employees.
Well, somebody else misinterpreted what you said because they were talking about.
Of course they do. They don't fucking listen. It's all right.
Okay, so my statement is that Iran came out, the ICRG came out, and Al Jazeera quoted them that they had captured U.S. soldiers as of Saturday, March the 7th. Where did they capture them from? The U.S. said no, they did not capture any soldiers, but no one is providing evidence. Iran hasn't provided names of those captured, nor have they provided any images.
And so CENTCOM's response is this is the Iranian regime is doing everything it can to pedalize and deceive. This is yet another clear example. I'm going to be honest with you. That ain't doing much at this point for me.
Yeah, and then there is another news coming from other, even Americans in Germany, that the German hospital is full of American soldiers, that the U.S. government is not being honest.
How do y'all keep up?
I told you guys about that earlier. There's a German hospital for the U.S. soldiers. They closed the labor and delivery ward, and people are assuming there's no evidence. People are assuming that they need the space because they're bringing in a lot of wounded soldiers. The article I put, this was hours ago, did not say that, but they did say that the labor and delivery is closed, and they're sending.
Yeah, but we got to be careful, y'all. Like the information. Can I go in now?
It's really hard to learn. Y'all move from one. I don't know how y'all do it. I don't know how y'all learn. Y'all move from one thing to the next. So, did Iran say how many soldiers it was?
No, they didn't.
Okay. So they're saying that the U.S. saying that they're killed, but the U.S. is not saying that they were killed. Because it's not the 6 people they brought home.
Yeah, U.S. is CENTCOM is flatly denying everything.
Yeah, but the reason why people running with the story because it's an AI generated story that they captured U.S. soldiers. I think somewhere in the Iranian newspapers ran it, and that's how the story picked up. We got to be careful in these times because we got AI now, right? So you're gonna have all these stories coming out. So you just be careful of what you spread, huh? No, I say that's how the story originally picked up. That's what I'm saying.
That's not part of the story.
Okay. I'm putting it in the chat though. Y'all got it.
Yeah, to explain that Omar is actually correct there. It actually, we think it came originally from like a different like AI foreign minister source, and then the Tehran Times picked it up.
Exactly, true.
Yeah, and they've been putting out AI videos instead of soldiers being captured and people, and they're clearly AI, and it's total bullshit. They said that yesterday. I mean, that's why I never said to them. They said this broke like 12 hours ago. They also said that they killed 560 soldiers in a missile strike. They said that they hit the U.S. Lincoln. They said all sorts of things that have turned out to be completely false. You know.
Yeah, but some of it's true. Everything they've said is not false.
I mean, I can't think of anything they said is true other than they've hit a couple buildings.
Well, that's true.
Full of buildings.
I mean, they said they were going to slow down the traffic in the Strait of Hormuz, which people like you were saying they couldn't do in the beginning, and they did that.
So they couldn't stop the traffic in the Strait of Hormuz?
You did. You said, yes, you did. You also said that you did. You also said that the United States would be escorting it, and they were sending their ships to escort the stuff through by this point. That's exactly what you said 3 days ago.
Oh, I did say that. I remember that. I still think we'll be.
You said it'll be done by now. Just let me finish my point. It's fine. Okay. So the point is that I mean, Iran obviously lies a lot, but everything is not untrue. Let me ask you a question: does America ever lie in what it puts out to the public? I want to see something. Trent, does America ever lie in what it puts out to the public? And Donald Trump?
He lied about going to Iraq for war.
No, I mean recently. Did Donald Trump ever lie?
Oh, absolutely. I would absolutely.
Okay, cool. What about CENTCOM? Do you think the CENTCOM or Pete Hegseth, did they ever lie?
I haven't seen anything.
Okay. So do you think the missile that hit the school was sent by Iran?
No, that was.
Okay.
I believe
that's what Pete Hegseth said.
But we came out and said it was us.
No,
I mean, I take that back. I don't know. Go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
Hegseth said that it was Iran that did it. So there's your example of him lying.
Okay, then that's a lie. The U.S. investigators, because we have a free press in this great country, have determined that it was most likely an errant strike from us.
Errant?
Yeah. Like they had the wrong. Or I didn't see the reason why I shouldn't say that. I've heard
Can I back to who was saying that this story was AI? I just double checked it myself. Went to found a statement from Ali Larijani saying that a number of American soldiers were captured. The National Security, what's his title?
Yeah, look at it. I put it in the chat.
National Security Council of Iran.
Yeah, I put it in the chat, Neil. Yeah, we gotta believe Iran now. Like, this is wild.
I'm not saying you should believe Iran. Nobody's saying you should believe Ali Larijani when he speaks, but he's not.
Yeah, I put it in the chat. Neil. I put it in the chat.
What does it matter what you put in the chat?
Just read it, bro. Just read it for yourself, bro.
A lot of AI that has a company in it. Well, yes, it's out there. The story's 12 hours
I'm
long.
missing what he's trying to say. He said it could be AI, but the man said it. Larijani, whatever his name is, he also said it. That's all he's saying.
Okay.
That's why it's in the mainstream press, not because it was AI. Y'all just want to argue. Y'all just believe everything that comes from the United States. It's so bizarre.
Well, if it is true, I mean, it is a concerning question. Are there boots on the ground already over there? I mean, how did they get these soldiers?
Well, that's why I find it hard to believe.
Exactly. Thank you. Sorry. I thank you for being on the same wavelength. That's all I'm
But you know what, man? Some people believe that. Like, I'm in a couple group chats. They believe that this actually happened. Like, it's amazing how the misinformation is spread around. This might be our first AI war. You know, it's like a war on
It's not here. It's not AI.
Oh my God, dude! I completely agree with Omar. The depending on what news sources you're taking in and how you're taking it, you have a different way and believing that this war is being shaped. I'm looking at it from a different angle because I'm looking at what people there are tweeting and the real videos. So I believe that the U.S. has been insanely successful and Israel has been insanely successful in this. But there is so much AI, there is so much misinformation, and I actually think CNN has done a terrible job of telling the whole entire truth on this one. And I love CNN. But I'm with Omar on this one. This is our first real AI.
So can AI be used on both ends?
What major story has been AI related in any of this, other than on people that dwell on Twitter and repost insane shit like you do, Trent? Like, the only person that is affected by that seems to be you.
Yes.
Exactly,
because it isn't at that level.
No, ma'am, you just repeated it, Miriam.
If you are reading documents, you will see they don't have a lot of those AI stuff.
Well, they do, and it's out there. Look, neoliberal, that's a fair criticism. I'll take it, but I'm not the only one that is consuming this. There are more than 1 billion people on Twitter and Telegram and other networks like that. And
Wait, Twitter and Telegram is your source?
Yeah, y'all gotta get in tune what's going on, man. For real. Come on.
Yeah.
Twitter is probably the most profound news source we have in modern society right there.
That's where AI
news for everybody.
Exactly.
Come on, y'all. We gotta catch up, man. We don't watch the local news. You know, we don't wait for the local news no more. You know,
it's not a news source.
Oh my God.
And depending what people you follow, reporters. It's a very powerful one. Can we agree, man? Can we agree?
Isn't that like calling Comcast a news?
Well, okay, anyway.
Y'all gotta get in touch, man, with modern society.
We understand it's a platform, but Twitter does not send journalists out to break things.
No, I mean there are journalists on Twitter, though. You agree?
Okay. And follow the.
Y'all got it. I just want to argue today, like Ben said. I just want to argue today, like Ben said.
No.
Omar, do you understand the difference in there being a...
All right, here go your chance, Miss Cleo. Here go your shot.
Here goes my shot to what? I'm trying to understand where the discrepancy is. Because I understand that there are lots of journalists on Twitter, but it does not make Twitter itself a news source. It makes those journalists people who are using a platform, and I'm kind of confused about why that's not clear.
True. Well, somebody just said, "Oh, you get your information from Twitter and Telegram, as if this is 1980 or something." Like, that's what I'm trying to say, Miss Cleo.
What percentage of the news on Twitter is fake?
It's probably a good chunk, probably. Yeah.
And what does that become?
Well, you got Gronk. You know, one of the great tools, man. I'm talking about fantastic. Gronk is like one of the most fantastic AIs you have out there. For his videos and photos. I say, well, Gronk, is this true? I say, Gronk, hold on. I say, Gronk, is this true? Is this video true? Gronk can say, no, Omar, this video came out in 2003 and blah, blah, blah. It's from a missile in Iraq or whatever. You know what I mean? So, yes, it has a lot of great, powerful capabilities there. But
yeah, hey, real quick, Tom, you said about AI, though, like, hang on a second.
Oh, stop.
Let me just say something. So, if you follow the right journalists and verified sources, there are verified sources on Twitter, or that they try as much as possible to share verified information. Sometimes it's difficult, but if you follow the right sources, that's where I get a lot of my information from. Like the story that Marion was talking about, like broke 12 hours ago, and he tweeted it. You know, he tweeted it, and that's where it came from. And so Twitter, I would have to agree with Omar. If you want to be up to date, because a lot of the stuff that they're going to be showing, Sunday morning, they're going to show the Tehran on fire with the oil tanks burning. Those videos have been out on Twitter for the last 5 hours. And so a lot of the stuff that we see is 12 to 24 hours old before the news.
Trent, I just have to address something. The story that Miriam referenced cannot be 12 hours ago because Ali Larjani tweeted it, right?
What time did he tweet it?
4 hours ago.
No, it's been out since earlier today.
Those are two different things in that case, right? You realize that official, one of the most powerful people in Iran saying it is a story, whether it's true or not true. While some AI bullshit that is going on all day, every day on Twitter is a different thing.
Yeah, right? I recognize the difference.
Okay, so there are two different things. So Miriam was referencing...
Neoliberal, I understand the difference. What I am saying, people have taken that tweet and put AI videos connected.
We are not talking about that trend. Can you differentiate the two?
Yes.
Okay, so nobody's talking about some AI videos. We're not on Twitter. We're not watching AI videos.
We're talking about the connection between the two. Neoliberal.
How have you substantiate the connection between the two?
There have been AI.
Okay, so you think Ali Larjani is hanging out on Twitter watching AI videos and tweeting stuff based on the AI videos he saw?
Yeah, go ahead. Never mind. It's a dumb conversation.
That's correct. I'll be here for when you want to have the back and forth. Oh, he left. Why does he just leave like that?
Because he doesn't know how to get out of the hole he's at.
Rage quits every hour.
Be back in 6 minutes.
Hey, listen, I think, you know, it's funny. I think AI get the best of us. You know, I got by AI sometimes too, you know. But I think
we you're following. Do you know who Ali Larjani is?
I think neoliberal just explained who he was, right? Iranian.
She was reporting his tweet. It's not connected to the thing you're talking
about. Right. No, I'm saying it all comes around. I see what you're saying, though, man. But when people keep retweeting it, then it gets changed to something else, and then it gets retweeted and retweeted. You know what I mean? Don't mean it's true. That's all I'm saying.
Omar, we know this, and can you please step back from your mic a little bit on behalf of the goo and everybody with ears? Thank
Oh, my bad.
I think getting back to the story itself, if you think about it and you're logical about it, and you think, why would we have boots on the ground right now? Even a surgical strike right now would be stupid. You have to know that it's a false story. So all the other shit is just fluff and misdirection. Logically, it does not make sense for them to have American soldiers captive right now. If they do, I'd be shocked.
Hi, everyone. Reuters has reported that there was an explosion outside the U.S. Embassy in Oslo.
Yeah, we saw that.
I like that.
No injuries, apparently.
Yes, no injuries.
And we just...
I mean, what are they saying it's from? I haven't seen anything.
They have, I think it's like 2 people that were arrested, and no one has claimed reason for that attack yet.
This is a small one, bro. Somebody does this.
It's kind of first of its kind.
Y'all think America? I can't believe there were people in here earlier, Mr. Neoliberal, who were arguing that America is doing this in order to cut out China and the 7 or 8% of oil it gets from Iran, or whatever it is, from Iran. This is the point of this war, and they were fine with it, as long as you quote don't have boots on the ground. See?
That's stupid. Yeah, that's stupid.
So both Sean and Trent rage quit, which is fitting because they're the male and female version of each other, respectively.
They gave up then? They left?
I wonder who gets drunker faster between the two.
We know it's Trent, that's for sure.
It's probably as a fair tolerance.
I am wondering what sources they follow on X, because I didn't see any of those images they were talking about.
What images? Of the people being kept hostage?
Yeah, the so-called propaganda images.
Yeah.
I don't know who they are following, but they must be following some dodgy people.
Well, their news feed is catered to their state of mind, or their IQ.
I mean, you may find interesting things on Twitter, but I do not consider, I'm sorry, I just just don't consider them a credible news source. Because you have to take too many steps to fact check what you find on Twitter when you could just find a credible news source and just stay, get your news and move on. I would rather not have to fact check every single thing. I mean, if it sounds hinky, of course I'm going to fact check it. But on the by and large, that's just, it's not credible to me.
Well, to be honest, it's not often breaking. Like, a lot of us see it, and then he comes and you're trying to be, or they come in and try to be a wartime correspondent, and we've already, read it, a lot of us. Some of us are reading the things before they are and just not sharing it.
Yeah.
Want an interesting trivia, Ben, on Ali Larijani?
Oh, sure.
His dissertation is on Immanuel Kant.
Of course, where did he go to Cambridge?
No, I think he went to
Germany.
I think he studied in Iran, actually. If I remember correctly. Let me check, actually, that's a good question. And also, he published on Kant, but in Farsi, from what I understand, because I can't find it.
He wrote in Farsi. That's fascinating. I mean, who's reading that? Like 8 people in the world.
Oh no, university in Tehran is active on philosophy.
Oh, it's quite big. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, and also on analytic philosophy on Kripke is published. So
that's incredible.
And just
he didn't study in the West, and he does hold a PhD in Western philosophy from University of Tehran.
Just like,
who is this? Sorry, liberal?
Basically, the guy that holds probably the most power, or one of the 3 people that holds the most power in Iran currently, Ali Larijani, the head of National Security Committee. I don't remember the full title.
Hello, good morning, everyone.
Good morning. And neoliberal, I was just going to say, as an aside, I did have to watch Dr. Strangelove again, or AKA How I Learned to Swearing and Love the Bomb by Stanley Kubrick. And you really do sound like Peter Sellers, one of his characters. So please watch it. Thank you.
I know it. And I can't confirm or deny it, but I guess I do.
Yeah, well, he plays 3 different people, but definitely the one that we're thinking about. So thank you.
On the Islam-free world.
Oh, are you commenting on the movie I just mentioned, Joe? Thank you.
Basically, I'm from India, and the Iranian people was not doing any type of things
Oh, wait, is this guy trying to say India is some pious nation, considering everything? God damn. Let me not get started.
Side of the Iranian people, is that what you're trying to say? Come again, brother?
Oh, just let it go, actually. This is gonna be wrong.
I just want to say Iranian people was too happy. It's now Islam-free country right now. And they got freedom for living in our style and enjoy our life.
Okay, wait, they're enjoying getting bombed? That's interesting.
And I just want to say America become a freedom from Islam, and now that time the Muslim peoples was everywhere pulling and doing bullshit on the streets. Yeah.
So stop your fascism. Thank you very much.
Yeah, do you know
Probably an RSS supporter for sure.
Jack, do you know what happened since a Muslim took over New York City? I'll just cut right to it. Nothing.
Yeah, sure. Can you explain me?
Yes, nothing happened. We have a Muslim mayor in the most important city, maybe in the world, but certainly in America. And nothing happened. We're fine. Business as usual.
Maybe that's who Trump wants as the Ayatollah.
Oh God.
Well, let me do that thought experiment.
He want to be the Ayatollah when he's the most powerful. And I don't understand that either. You're the most powerful person in the world, but you would jump down to be an Ayatollah. No, man.
Hey, Spirit, is the Poly Market Free Supermarket is gone.
Oh yeah, it was only a pop-up.
It was a pop-up. Oh, okay.
Yeah, did you make out like a bandit over there? Or?
Come on, bro. I'm not. It would cost me more to go to Manhattan. I'll just go to the store.
Yeah, congestion pricing is a motherfucker.
Y'all didn't make the free market?
Bro, you there?
So guys, what do you think about Sharia ban in America? What do you think of that? Can you explain?
Mayor.
Yeah. Does it feel like the last 24 hours or so, and it could just be my own, more missiles and drones are starting to get through from their side?
Yep. Seems so.
What is it? Yeah, it kind of like this on fire. So I feel like more things on fire. I don't know. It's something.
I think it's definitely escalated today because the oil infrastructure was hit both in Iran and then Haifa and and other places, right? So they're escalating.
I got a question. Why would you want to hit the oil refineries when it's gonna eventually make money, right? So, you know what I mean? I mean, it's kind of stupid.
Well, the United States and Israel is also hitting oil refineries. Like, I mean, it's a war. It's stupid. The failure of civilization. Who said that?
Trump put us in this stupid mess anyway, and he was the president that was supposed to, we were not supposed to have wars, or he was supposed to essentially end them or whatever. Well, we find ourselves all over the map here in needless conflicts. Congress has not declared war, so I don't want to throw that word around, but these are conflicts, and it's a problem, and we shouldn't be over there, and we shouldn't have done this, because who knows what this is going to unleash. These people have a real military, a real navy. They, you know what I mean? They're not some ragtag, they actually have assets, How good are they? I don't know, but they do have them.
Have you guys read the New York Times article about the uranium retrieval, that the US said Iran can still retrieve it, and so now
U.S. is busy trying to make a decision between whether they should go to the ground and retrieve it themselves. It was just published.
Well, if they can't, if they can't bomb it, which you probably can't, the next thing you can do is try to take it, right? So.
I posted a link to the article.
Take uranium.
It was just updated.
Yeah, she was saying there's a New York Times article.
What was it saying, this article? I meant.
So there is an article that I posted. The US said that Iran can still access the uranium in Esfahan. And now they're trying to decide whether they should send troops on the ground to go and capture that.
Okay, hold on.
So
Didn't we already do this last year? Did we bomb their?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, so
it's still available.
Well, so what I understood tonight, and it was explained to me, was that in the negotiations, was that Iran could make 11 nuclear bombs with the uranium that they had left. And so it was, they said it was like a week or two before they could, like it would take them about a week or two to make those nuclear bombs. So they were, I guess they were at that point. So, it's just one of those things.
But wait, didn't the IAEA come up recently and say that they don't have the infrastructure to do such a thing, and they've also said that there isn't any type of evidence that supports that they have and that they're building a nuclear bomb. That's what the IAEA just said a few days ago.
I actually wouldn't be surprised. The thing is that the IAEA has not been able to test their, to go in and do their tests that they normally do. They haven't been able to do that. So I don't know.
They were for quite some time until, of course, what Trump did last year, the 12-day war. So that's where, things went left. But in any case, I don't understand this justification to sending ground troops based on what's out there. How are they going to what? This, again, it makes no sense, any of this. The goalpost has moved, guys. We went from regime change to trying to dismantle potential nuclear abilities. I don't know, guys. This is the justification that makes no sense to me at all. Or I think one time Trump was saying, "Oh, they utter death to America," but that is enough of a reason to do what they've done. So I don't know, guys. I wish Patty was here. The other day, she gave a really good breakdown of how it's not a good idea to put troops on the ground in a place like Iran, considering their the terrain and how difficult it is to navigate, and how it just would not be something that's beneficial to us at all. So, again, trying to dismantle it or trying to retrieve it, again, I don't know how you would retrieve uranium, I have no clue. And then also knowing how difficult it is to navigate. This is a lose-lose situation.
Yeah, I hear you.
responded to you. How are you?
Good morning. How are you?
All good. Nice.
Right on. Well, the one good thing is that the Iranian people are going to be, hopefully, are going to be free, freer than they have been for the last 47 years. So let's just be positive about everything.
How does that work?
We're dead. Civilians who are dead, how free are they going to be exactly?
Who's dead?
The Iranians are losing their lives, but also taking out the supreme leader did not lead to a regime change overnight. The way that they're structured, their government is set up, there's multiple people that take these prominent positions. So if you're going to say bombing them into freedom or bombing those little girls and killing them is somehow leading to freedom, or the 13 hospitals, we've also bombed civilian hospitals. I still don't understand how that's going to lead to freedom. It's actually bringing the people together, even though they don't like their government, but they certainly do not like being bombed to smithereens. And there's been bunker buster bombs they've dropped in civilian areas. So I don't know how you think this is somehow bringing freedom to the people of Iran. I don't.
Well, yeah, not right away. And by the way, nobody likes being bombed, obviously. While it's going on, obviously, people are scared and everything else. And, I totally understand that. I mean, as anybody else would. But I think eventually, once the bombing stops and once things get calm again, I think that the people of Iran are going to be adapting to a new sort of life, like a new sort of government, something that they haven't experienced in a long time. So I mean, that's what I think. I don't know.
Well, the RGC is still in power, so I mean, you can't assume that somehow they're gonna, once the bombing ends, somehow the government's gone and there's a new one in place. I just don't understand this logic at all. It doesn't make any sense to me. Also, you have to keep in mind at the cost of how many American lives. That's another question you have to ask yourself. To the potential of freedom.
Well, yeah. I mean, in any type of situation, you never know. You might lose a few people, and that's exactly what happened so far. And hopefully this doesn't last, another, I'm going to say another week or two. I know that other people are saying, oh, this is a long drawn out war and all that stuff, but I don't see that happening. I think Trump was saying as long as the objectives are met, then, but then again, everything changes every day. So, it's just, we just have to wait and see, because, the people are never gonna understand, never gonna be told what the actual plan is as it's going on. So, we all just sit and wait and, hope for the best. So.
Jack, this guy's saying that people are gonna be bombed into freedom. You guys say, wait.
What's up?
Did you hear this? Believes
No,
that once the
I couldn't
bombing
hear that.
ends, there's gonna be a new government and people are gonna be free, right? Tell me if that logic makes sense.
Yeah, that always works well. So benevolent. I mean, more likely some separatist group or militia that's more violent or just as violent that these guys will probably consolidate some power.
Yeah, possibly, but the Kurds have basically said that they're not doing jack. I think Trump has backpedaled that as well. You know, they've been screwed over multiple times by the US. Why would they be going? So I just don't know. Internally, yeah, I can see that there needs to be civil unrest. Internally, bombing people is not going to do anything. Boots on the ground isn't going to do anything either. But here we are.